What is up, guys? Zebec news that may have went under the wire, okay? Right under the radar. The carbon market explained, right? So we talk about the carbon market so much, and like most people are like, okay, well, a lot of people don't even believe in the carbon market as far as like climate change and all of that. And that doesn't really matter, right? We're investors here. The only thing we need to believe in is if are people making money with the carbon market? Yes, they are. So some ZBAC news that might have flew under the radar and the carbon market explained. But first, as always, cue my guy Indigo Saint. Let's get it. Boom.
Let's get it. Indigo Saint in the building. Blackrue Investing. Let's go.
Who's this producer?
Best believe I was Blackrue Investing. With your money, you ain't gotta be guessing. Profits is what we manifesting. So we binge on our Blackrue Investing. Best believe I was Blackrue Investing. That course in this race, we ain't resting. We got stocks, we got crypto with a blessing. So thank God for that Blackrue Investing. Best believe I was Blackrue Investing.
What is up, guys? What is up, Blackrue crew? We're going to go over some ZBEC news that may have flew under the radar. But first, there has been so much FUD. So much FUD in the community. So much FUD around Zebec and whatnot. And honestly, I'm at the point where it's like, forget everybody else. Like, we cannot save everybody. All right, guys? As a community, there's so many good guys in the community. It's blue collar crypto, D Black, A Train, Alpha Lion, so many other people, Moon God Trading. There's so many good guys in the community sharing good research, good genuine people looking to really like we found a runner, right? Not financial advice. Yeah, Jetpack JO. How can I forget Jetpack? Shout out to Jetpack. There's so many good people in the community, but guess what, guys? We cannot save everybody. Okay, we can't. If people want to go out here and take opinion of people, entertainers, for instance, people that might have their own personal agenda, people who've liked Zebec in the past, but then don't like them now, but like them again, but don't like them now. What all we can do is let the research stand for itself. Okay, all we can do is let research stand for itself. And time again, every time I look into the research, Zebec are who they say they are. They are who they say they are. They're partners with Circle. They're partners with Solana. They have people behind them that are looking like they're going to be ISO compliant, ISO 20022 compliant, but they're also going to be ISO 37, I think 001. Check out the last compliance spaces. Like, not too many people can get this compliance. Like, really check out my show in which I went over Zebec's compliance space. That's very, very, very important. Check that show out because they laid it down for us. Simon laid it down for us. Thank you, Simon. Zebec has gone, like, they've done a space with Uphold CEO. With the Uphold CEO. Yet people still think that this is some type of scam. This is crazy to me. It's crazy to me. But guess what? We're not going to save everybody. So, price is going to do what price does. But at the end of the day, right? To me, not financial advice, do whatever you want to do. My price target is 5 to 10 cents. It's going to do what it does. And institutions are going to come in and custody this because it's going to behoove them to custody Zebec. Why? Because Donald Trump's going to make a zero capital gains tax on American cryptos, and Zebec is going to be an American crypto. Oh, and by the way, they're partnered with ADP, so they're going to be right in that whole payroll supply chain. They're going to get money from people, or they're going to be distributing money to people 24/7, 365 days of the week, streaming payroll by the second, and give them a card to spend the money. Okay? And that's going to be deflationary for their coin. But yet, we're still talking about scam stuff. We're still even giving these people a platform when we keep sharing great research. I'm sorry, I just had to get that off my chest today before we get into the information. I'm going to give you guys some information that may have just fallen off the radar, but I'm sick and tired of these guys, the scammers and these people fudding ZBCN. We just need to leave them be. Like, I feel like the community just needs to let them lie. Like, okay, if somebody wants to go out and listen to these people, let them do it. And when Zebec is at 5 cents, we're just gonna look at them like, okay, well, look, we told you, we showed you, we told you, and we told you again, and we showed you again. So if that's what if you wanted to listen to people with opinions, if you wanted to let your emotions go over the facts, if you wanted to let your emotions go over the facts, if you wanted your emotions and how you felt about the price in that moment in time to change your opinion, that's on you, okay? Because we showed you the facts. We showed you the facts, and we showed you the facts again, okay? So at this point, I don't think I'm going to talk too much about the fudders anymore because I've showed them fact. Now, if you want to let your emotions get the best of you, that's on you, bro. That's on you. Okay? So, you know what I mean? Like, there it is. So let's get into the content here. Now that we got that ran off. Let me share the screen here. And we got tons of information to show today. So we'll just start right off with the information that I think that flew under the radar, right? Circle live on the XRP ledger. I think this flew under the radar because people were talking so much about, and I don't even know how this got out there, right? About how Ripple was going to purchase Circle, right? That, maybe it flew out under the radar for me. Like, maybe you'll say Blackrue, I already knew this, bro. But for me, at least, I don't know, maybe some other people are out there like me, which is why I'm going to say this, right? Why I say it flew under the radar. This flew under the radar for me. This is a Circle post. You can see that there. This was on June 12th. USDC is now live on the XRP ledger. With the launch of native USDC on the XRP ledger, developers, institutions, and users gain support of the world's largest regulated stablecoin. Now, I keep hearing news from other people, right, that maybe US or RLUSD might be more regulated than Circle. I'm not sure how that works or whatever. I know people have showed documentation on this, right? But again, and of course, this is a article from Circle calling themselves the largest regulated stablecoin. But again, we also know Circle is a member of the World Economic Forum. You would think that that regulation is important to the World Economic Forum. So if they refer to themselves as the world's largest regulated stablecoin, then I would tend to believe them based off of all the cachet that they've built up with the World Economic Forum and others. Enterprise B2B payments. Okay, this to me kind of screens maybe a little bit of Zebec there. Use USDC for global money movement and improve capital efficiency across borders. So keep that in your mind as we go over what we go over today. DeFi liquidity provisioning. USDC can be used by market makers to bootstrap liquidity for token pairs and FX flows. Now, see, This is the reason why I thought Ripple might want to acquire USDC, because of the liquidity. But they already get that with them being live on an XRP ledger. So there's that. Financial infrastructure apps, custodians, wallets, and fintech platforms can integrate USDC to offer faster and more transparent settlement options. USDC is a trusted digital dollar powering innovation in payments, DeFi, and global finance. With the addition of XLP Ledger, USDC is now supported natively on 22 blockchains. So huge to me. But again, this is not a surprise or shock to me. If you go look at the investors in Zebec, which I'll show you now. Okay, we already know about Solana, right? Because they're built on Solana. But Lightspeed Ventures, right? Lightspeed Ventures is an investor also in XRP, which I can show you right now. XRP investors, Lightspeed Ventures, right there. Okay, right there. So this is not a shock to me. Okay. Also, Circle is not a shock to me. You see, Zebec investors, Circle. We also have Brayer Capital. If I go to Jim Brayer's Brayer Capital page, we see Circle. This is Brayer Capital portfolio. And we see Zebec. Okay. And I showed you a couple episodes ago where one of the first investors in Circle was Brayer Capital. So this is Brayer Capital website that we're on right now. And that's the Brayer Capital portfolio. And that's Jim Brayer right there. Okay. So let's go ahead and remind you again, if we bring up CryptoRank.io and we bring up Circle's funding rounds, we'll see that Jim Brayer was one of the first funders of Circle. So again, to me, if you look at the investors in Zebec, you realize that clearly there was some type of connection there with XRP and Circle, because they're two of the biggest kind of funders of Zebec. And we see here 2013 first funders of Circle in a Series A, Jim Brayer. And he goes on to later fund it again with Brayer Capital here. He goes on to fund it again here. So again, when Simon says, as goes Circle, as goes Zebec, this is not hyperbole. This is not cap. This is not him like reaching. This is not him like saying something that's not true. This is so true. Jim Brayer here funds it 2013, funds it again 2015, funds it again 2016. Okay. Funds it again 2021. Okay, so he funded it multiple times. Oh, and we do see in this list for Circle 2, BlackRock, Fidelity funded it multiple times. We see Digital Currency Group. We see Pantera Capital. And if you're not aware of all of those guys, let's go over to my mind map here. We'll load it up here where I can show you who those guys are, right? So when you look at all those guys, and this is why, for me at least, it's important to follow the money. I care most about like who's behind the coin rather than the hype of it, right? Shout out to my brother Underdog Research channel. He always says research over hype, and I really do believe that it's research over hype. Like sometimes hype can drive something, but at the end of the day, when we're talking about blue chip things that you really want to invest in, the research is going to beat the hype the majority of the time. So again, when we're looking at people, right? Who we mentioned all those people we mentioned for Circle, Digital Currency Group. They have investments in XRP, Ledger, XEN, Coinbase Ventures, Ondo, etc. All of these things, all these people we see kind of connected with Zebec, as well as Andreessen Horowitz. Shout out to Max. You know how he says it. I can't say it like he says it, but XRP, Coinbase, which again linked to Zebec, and then Jim Breyer, funded Circle like multiple times. Also, lead investor on Zebec, which we just showed you. BlackRock with Securitize. We know Securitize and Zero Hash have, more on that later, are connected to Ondo. Ondo's connected to Zebec. So multiple connections with BlackRock as well. Pantera Capital connected with Circle. We know Pantera Capital is deep in with Stellar and Jed McCaleb, are also partnered with Zebec. And of course, we got Tim Draper here through Shima Capital, which is related to, Swift Blockchain. We know Swift Blockchain is also partnered with Zebec. Powerful players here. Olaf Carlson Wee and Polychain Capital invested in XLR and Coinbase Ventures, right? Because he's an initial partner of Coinbase. We know Coinbase is invested in ZBCN as well. So all of these just powerful players here invested in Zebec. Everyone except for Elon, which you could say Elon's kind of connected to Stellar because Stripe is connected to Stellar, and Elon has some investments in Stripe. So you can kind of go there with it. But yeah, so 7 out of 8 people on this page have connections to Zebec, right? So let's continue. And as always, guys, definitely we'll get to the comments. Just keep them coming. And shout out, I think, here to the super chat. I need to acknowledge that. T Riley 05, $10 super chat. Blackrue crew, let's go get it. Let's get it. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much for that. So keep the comments coming. We'll get to them at the end of the show, as always. So what have we already laid out here? We've laid out Circle connecting to USDC. We diagrammed to you how Circle and it seems like, so Circle USDC on the XRP ledger. We related to you how it seems like, this news fell under the radar to me, right? And, now with that, Circle's liquidity could be used on the XRP ledger. And we just showed you how both Circle and XRP's investors are involved with Zebec. Okay. We just laid that out for you. Mainly, Jim Breyer, mainly Andreessen Horowitz, Tim Draper, and DCG, Digital Currency Group. So now if we go and look here, let me see. Some other news that might have been missed. We're going to look at Zero Hash, right? Okay, so let's look at this news by Zero Hash. This was given by Securitize. We know Securitize and Securitize is related to BlackRock, is related to Ondo. So basically, when you're talking about those three groups, you're almost talking about just BlackRock, Securitize, Ondo, and BlackRock. So really just talking BlackRock. But I read this and note this date. Okay. So I've shown this to you guys before, but I missed this part. Which screams Zebec to me. Okay. Securitized partners with zero hash to leverage fiat and USDC funding rails for tokenized assets. So first of all, the tokenized assets part, that screams USDY to me. And we're going to go over that in a second here. But if we look at this part here, Securitize has leveraged zero hash fiat and USDC rails to enable investors to seamlessly on and off ramp into tokenized assets in Securitize primary and secondary market. Zero Hash's full stack API and SDK infrastructure provides a compliant, note that language, a compliant bridge for investors to fund or withdraw both USD via ACH and wires as well as USDC through on-chain transfers. USDC on and off ramps provide the real-time 24/7 365 funding mechanism to interact with tokenized assets. So what is this right here? This to me screams real-time payments or streaming payments. Real-time provides the real-time and 24/7 365 funding mechanism. Okay, so to me this screams out Zebec. And we already know, and we already shown you, and we can show you again today if you've forgotten, that Zero Hash is partnered with Zebec. Okay, so realize that. So I guess, you know, in this article they're saying Zero Hash, but they could mean Zebec. Okay, we already know that they're partnered. But now take this information we got and let's go over to this page, and we're going to notice some of the same language, and this is USDY. We're delighted, and remember, this date is pretty much really close. This is May 9th, 2024. The article we just read was April 25th, 2024. So that's what, 14 days or something like that? 14, 15 days difference. So we're delighted to welcome Zebec HQ onto the Ondo ecosystem. Remember, Ondo is Securitize, Securitize is Ondo. Into the Ondo ecosystem following the integration of USDY with Zebec's instant card and real-world assets payment technology. Okay. So here we are. But here they say it. Zebec's real-time payroll apps are getting integrated here. So, but let's read it. Zebec HQ is decentralized infrastructure network built to create a future where real-world value moves freely and seamlessly, giving individuals and businesses alike immediate control of their funds and tokens. Zebec's real-time payroll apps and on-chain payments infrastructure serves companies, merchants, individuals, helping to transcend the boundaries of traditional banking. So again, Zebec's real-time payroll apps and on-chain payment infrastructure. Let's go back to the other article. As well as through USDC through on-chain transfers. USDC on and off ramping provides real-time and 24/7 365 funding mechanism to interact with tokenized assets. What are tokenized assets? RWA. So to me, this is it. It's basically the same partnership. It's basically the same partnership. But again, we see the same language from We see the same language here from Zebec later with WageLink. So if we go over to here, the first compliant traditional payroll app with advanced blockchain backend, WageLink introduced Web3 features like near zero cross-border remittances and USDC payroll. WageLink leverages efficiency, security, and speed of blockchain technology and integrates with various payment infrastructure networks and forms a part of Zebec's extensive financial network ecosystem. So basically, it's on and off ramp USDC compliant traditional payroll, which they use the compliant word. I believe, where was it? Where did they use it? Here. Zero hash full stack API and SDK infrastructure provides for a compliant bridge for investors to fund, withdraw both USDC via ACH and wires, as well as USDC through on-chain transfers. That's it right there. So again, when we look at these three things, we can see, okay, both Securitize, Ondo, Zero Hash, Zebec, and you might as well say BlackRock, all team together. All team together. And again, if we need even further confirmation, we can go onto Ondo's website, which we've done many times here before. And show you how they have tokenized assets, Tesla, Visa, how they have USDY with yield, how they have BlackRock funds tokenized down here. How they show you on this is Ondo site now. They're allied with Securitize. Can I make this go faster? I don't think so. Solana. BlackRock's on here somewhere, but we can actually just show it to you too. But you got Securitize, Solana, Goldman Sachs, and BlackRock. So again, is there any question? Is there any question here? Facts and documentation we're just laying out here, right? And also remember, even though they still haven't announced it yet, they are still partnered with White Rock. And White Rock says, we have accepted a batch of new institutions to our XRP ledger by Ripple. So I know they keep having all this FUD with White Rock going on. But fact of the matter is, they do connect to the XRP ledger. And if Zebec works with them, there's a possibility then that Zebec connects to the XRP ledger. Shout out Blue Collar Crypto on that one. Okay? So, again, all of this, and we still have that ridiculous FUD. So, yeah. So, we can get to any comments or questions on that. But for the second here, we'll transition into how the carbon market works. Okay, because we don't talk too much about the carbon market, but we should start, right? We should start. Keep those comments rolling in, guys. Thank you guys so much. Shout out to Jetpack. I see him in the chats there. Okay. So the carbon market, right? Again, the carbon market is something for me. It's like, okay, um, Tesla, right? They make a lot from the carbon market, but it's like it's not always clear how it works, right? It's like, okay, well, climate change, is it real? Is it not real? I don't know. But what I do know is Tesla and other companies are making a big amount from the carbon market. Okay. A big amount from the carbon market. So let's start with this article here. This is from DGB Group, and we'll later show you something from Grok, which confirms this. It says Tesla has positioned itself as a leader in the sustainable innovation, disrupting the automotive industry with electric vehicles and renewable energy solutions. However, beyond its electric feat, Tesla's most underappreciated asset might be its carbon credit business, a strategy that has generated billions in revenue and underscores the immense value of carbon markets. This case study examines how Tesla monetizes carbon credits, why the market is growing, and how investors can capitalize on this booming opportunity through DGB's high quality carbon credits. So they show this picture of Tesla with some fresh dirt and some plants, which, you know, what the hell does this have to do with fresh dirt and plants? But that just puts your mind into the whole green energy thing, right? Um, Tesla's business model goes beyond selling EVs. It profits significantly from selling regulatory carbon credits. In 2024 alone, Tesla earned 2.76 billion from carbon credit sales, a 54% increase from 2023. Since 2017, the company has accumulated over 10.4 billion from emissions credit sales, making it a dominant force in the compliance solutions for automakers struggling to meet environmental regulations. So, with these carbon credits, they've created an entirely new market which Tesla is dominating and benefiting from just by the selling of these credits. While traditional automakers face growing emissions deficits due to regulations, Tesla has turned its zero emission status into a lucrative business model, selling credits to companies that exceed their carbon allowances. This proves that carbon markets aren't just about compliance, they represent a massive financial opportunity. So essentially, it's seeming like Tesla has a carbon free surplus, which they can then sell to other companies that are not carbon negative for a profit. And it seems like these credits that they have, companies are going to start kind of holding on to these credits and selling them as though they were like Pokemon cards. You know what I mean? Like, so companies that can get these credits are going to sell them as a viable asset, which Tesla has apparently been doing for years. So very, very interesting there. So when you look at different cryptocurrencies like a Dovu, like a Power, what are they called? Power, I can't remember right now. Power Core or something like that. Power Ledger. We may want to look at these for the future because if carbon credits are becoming what they say that they will become, things like this are going to be very, very valuable to look at. So there's Dovu, there's Power Ledger. Yeah, that's right, Power Ledger. So we might want to pay attention to these and see where they go, right? Especially Hedera, right? With the whole power going back to Dovu, right? Hedera just made a move recently, if we can look this up. Hedera Energy Council. So it seems like Hedera might be just a really big player in this whole carbon movement. Because they just added some huge oil companies into their like blockchain for energy on their council. Justin Augustine Diaz, advisor at Blockchain for Energy, says joining the Hedera Governing Council is a key step forward, calls it an important step for B4E and the opportunity for Hedera. Okay. Okay, tokenizer kind of diagram this. Okay, here it is. Okay, that's his. Okay, you see the blockchain for energy includes Chevron, ExxonMobil, ConocoPhillips, and if you're familiar again with the research that we've done on Tim Draper, you'll know that most of these oil companies are Rockefeller companies. So you know, there's some tie in there, but again, if we're talking about the Rockefeller family, we're talking about one of the most powerful families on our realm. So if we see this, when we see this happening for Hedera, right, we can see that this is going to be a huge thing, right? Because these type of families, these type of companies will be in on it, right? So that means, at least in my mind, this means something that I have to pay attention to. You know, they're doing a whole blockchain for energy, B4E carbon. This is something that we really need to pay attention to, and this might be Hedera's whole key in the plan. There is the whole controlling of this carbon market. Now, if we go look at some things here that Gronk said. Okay, so here when we share this, says revenue impact. For companies like Tesla, carbon credit sales can represent a significant portion of profits. For example, Tesla earned, and this is confirmed by that other article we read, 2.76 billion from carbon credits in 2024, accounting for 28 to 30% of its net income, despite only being 2 to 3% of its 97.7 billion revenue. Okay, so it's a lot of its net income, even though it's only a little small portion of its total revenue. These sales provide a financial cushion, especially during periods of declining vehicle sales or profits, as seen with Tesla's 23% profit drop in 2024. Okay, so they go over companies. Here are some companies that, like Tesla, generate revenue through carbon credits. Like a lot of these companies are very much down now because, you know, Donald Trump doesn't support green energy, right? He doesn't necessarily support green energy, put it that way. He, you know, him and Elon are maybe friends, but again, Rivian, Build Your Dreams, Neo, Leno Motors, Lucid Motors. Lucid is a train wreck right now. Volkswagen, General Motors, and here's some others. Next Era Energy, which is publicly traded, Orstat, Investius. Okay, so we might want to start looking at these in the future, because as things like the Genius Act and things like that get passed, I think carbon credits are going to come more in the forefront, because they're going to all be traded on, on the blockchain. So we look at things like Dovu, Power Ledger, and Energy Web Token, and they might be really, really worth something in the future here. So let me see here. Do we have all the ones we want to show you there? Okay, great. Then we can get into some of the comments here. Let's go back to the Zebec page. We didn't even get to show this one here, where Zebec is on Circle's Alliance network, where they show WageLink here, and they show real-time payroll, which we kind of basically see through zero hash that it seems like Securitize, BlackRock, and Ondo are connected to this through USDC, which makes a lot of sense. So yeah, but let's go ahead and get here to the comments. Well, let's go back here. Starting from the top here. Let's go, Rude Boy. Loading them Zebec bags. BTM Crypto News Network is the bottom end for Zebec HODL. Well, I don't know necessarily if the bottom is in. I would tend to think so. If we come look at the chart here, let me bring it up. It touched the 200 EMA. A lot of projects kind of, when they're pulling back, touched the 200 EMA. I think it literally went down, touched it, and came back. So, I think that might have just been it. Let's put a line there. So yeah, it seemed like it touched the 200 EMA, and that might be it. Also, keep in mind, guys, that the ISO 20022, check out my last show for this, goes live on the 14th, right? 7/14. And all of that week is supposed to be crypto week, as far as passing of the Clarity Act, passing of the Genius Act. It might be like we look back here in just a week's time, and things are going to be completely different. All this money is going to be flowing through these ISO 20022 coins. And if you can read between the lines for what we read from Ondo and from Securitize and from Zebec, they seem like they might already be compliant. It seems like Zebec might already be compliant. So we shall see here. With that. But again, like I think it's going to be a powerful week coming up here, the 14th through the 18th. Like, a lot of our lives might change in just that week's time. Okay, so I can't wait to see what comes up and what happens for the 14th and the 18th. To me, yeah, the bottom might actually be in here, but we shall see. Again, let's wait till the 14th and 18th and see what happens here. What's up, son? Is Hot Raw in the building. Yo, what's up, DE.R? What's up, Charlie J? What's up, Creative Control? Thank you for reposting the stream. What's up, Ron Ziegler? Bless up. Crypto Clay, what's up? What up, Rudin? Not funning me out. DCA, baby. Zebec to $1. Let's go. Koji Spiritual Dojo, we here. Charlie J is laughing over here. Somebody's mentioning a futter over here. What's up, Jetpack J.O.? Thank you for reminding me about Jetpack there, Crypto Clay. And again, another shout out to T Riley 05 for the $10 super chat. I still like him, but he put it. Okay, gotcha. What's up, Phantom Beat back in the house? What's up, Fishing with Camel Joe in the house? Don't save them. They don't want to be saved. Don't save them. Oh, what's up, Kevin Dubs? Crypto Clay. The charts were showing this dip. People are tripping. Salvador Ramirez. Huddle. Let's go, Salvador. Welcome, bro. What's up, Zeesh in the house? Thank you, Sparky, for reposting the stream. Caesar called the dip. Okay, gotcha. Zebec are who they say they are. 100%. They just are. All I can do is accumulate more. What's up, Edward Farias? Y'all could go as low as 210, but we should be the bottom around there. Could be Crypto Clay. Could be. Look at the fundamentals and don't pay attention to the FUD. As far as the fundamentals, nothing has changed. 100% Tom L. My sis in the house. Hey, Rue Crew, hit that like button on the way in. Thank you so much. It really, really helps the channel. Definitely, guys, we're close to 65K subscribers. Let's have that by the end of the show. Why don't we? 345 over on X, 176 on my YouTube. Let's go. Buy the dip, Charlie J. Tell him, Rue. WF Capital, what's going on, brother? Faith over fear. Let's go, Koji. Spiritual Dojo. Start that one for sure. And start to tell him for sure. Crypto Clay, don't trip. Buy the dip. There we go. Zeesh, what's up? Have you done any deep dives onto future AI agents and how this would fit in? How this would fit into the banking? All the banking coins. A lot of universities like Stanford, etc., are investing in AI agents and virtuals. Would it be interesting to follow money as they do see us as hackable humans? Well, if they are investing in AI agents, is pretty interesting. I think, in a sense, Zebec says they do have their own AI agent themselves. If you read the Zebec AI white paper or light paper, I forget how they call it, how they term it, but they say they have their own AI agents as well. Zebec does, so it'd be interesting to see how that goes. Scare money don't make money 100%. Yeah, exactly. Some people still think XRP is a scam, and that's what we were going over like a couple days ago in that live. Like, how many things there are certainties that people were like, okay, XRP is the banker's coin, nobody wants it, banks can't use it, and here we are later, years later, right, where XRP was in the 20 cents 30 cents range. Now it's $2.20 and going to climb higher. People were like, Bitcoin is just this illegal thing, and even though it has a ledger, right, it can't be. Like, who sent it. How they on-ramped into it. It's just this illegal thing, and, it has no value. You can't do anything with it. And here we are, Bitcoin's at 100K. What is it? Ethereum, the gas fees, all these things are going to kill it. All the Ethereum killers, quote unquote, Ethereum killers, when, like, in a vacuum, yes, if you invested in Cardano at 2 cents, and it went to like $2, you made more money than investing in ETH probably. just by X in terms of X value, right? But as far as like what's going to be longer term, like a big thing, probably ETH over, any of the quote unquote Ethereum killers, right? But all of these things were said to be scams. And what did they do? Yep. What did they do? Anchorage Digital already custody ZBCN. They would not custody a scam coin. Exactly. That was another thing I meant to bring up. Let me pull that up here too, because I have that for you guys. And that's what I mentioned that also last show to Crypto Clay. So Anchorage Digital is just up here custodying a scam. I don't see Anchorage Digital custodying Hawk Tua coin or or Andrew Tate Daddy coin. I see them custodying Zebec, I see them custodying ZBCN. I see them custodying Apatos. I see them custodying things like that. They're not they're not custodying the scam coins, right? So here we are, right? Here we are. And it's funny how it is that people will like talk in a vacuum. They'll talk all positive about Daddy Coin or Hot Tua Coin when it's first coming out. Nobody's talking about those being the scams when they first come out, right? But then what do? But real and serious projects, people FUD. They say stuff with no basis and no research behind it. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Eat up the dip. Let's go. Bullish on ZBCN. How can you not resonate with the founder? Great human, growing from strength to strength. Yeah, Sam. I really like how Sam, like quote unquote, to use slang, rides for the people of Nepal. Like he really cares for the people of Nepal, and that shows in every interview he does. Right, he did interviews with just Nepalis. Right, he's done interviews with not just Nepalis. He's done interviews with other people too. But like, Sam really seems like a very genuine individual. Z back to $1 into the year, 100%. And again, remember end of the year, we got 11/22. We got another ISO deadline. This time for the entire realm, the rest of the world besides America. Be greedy when people are fearful, and fearful when people are greedy. Yes, Drake lends that old Warren Buffett quote, right? And remember, Warren Buffett was out here like he's not in crypto, but he's in Visa, he's in MasterCard, and who does Zebec issue cards under? Visa and MasterCard. So it's like they're almost inside in the middle because they're saying one thing and they're doing another. Buffett will say, well, I don't like this and I don't like that. But you look at the companies behind them, Visa, MasterCard, IBM, they're all in cryptocurrency. And also, too, right, some people distinguish cryptocurrency differently from blockchain. So someone could say they don't like cryptocurrency. What they mean is meme coins, and then in the same breath say they don't like crypto, but say they love blockchain. But when they say blockchain, they mean Ethereum, Zebec, Solana. So there's a lot of tricky wordplay that people do when they talk about cryptos, when they talk about blockchain, when they talk about serious projects, right? Yes, you have the deep dives. Appreciate it, brother. Is there a payment rail coming on AI agents virtuals called VPay? That would be interesting for you to do a deep dive. I think AI agents has a place. Get out of here, fudders. They're probably buying it up. Yeah, it'd be interesting to do something on AI agents. I think they can be good, pretty big. I have one in which I've brought to the Patreon people, in which I think you're a member of, right, Zish? There's one in which Samsung, a company which Samsung backs that supposedly do AI agents. So Excuse me. Charlie 100% agree. Crypto Clay, boom, boom, boom. Facts. Scared people don't make money. What we got? We got what we think about most people. Most of the time, I know who I listen to. Yep. Let's see. Banks have two choices. 2025, adapt to the tech or become a blockbuster in the Netflix world. That's hilarious, bro. That's 100% true. That's 100% true. But when you think about it too, like, right, if banks are tied into the people we think they're tied into, they must comply. They must comply. Or just like you said, become a blockbuster in the Netflix world. I love that. Shook Focus Digital, what's going on? Let's share brother Shook Focus's channel here. Thank you for coming through, brother. Appreciate it. Let me bring it up. The Pin Essential Penultimate XCN researcher out here. Check out Shook Focus Digital's channel, guys, if you haven't already. Just did a video on Solidus AI Tech. Just did a video on the spaces we did on Dovu, since we're talking about carbon credits and the carbon market. If you want to understand some more about Dovu, check out Shook Focus's videos on those as well. Very, very great researcher. We did a lot of videos on Swiftcoin, okay, together with Underdog Research Channel. So definitely check out Shook if you guys haven't already. And thank you so much, brother, for having me as one of your recommended channels. Really appreciate it. And on the front page too. Appreciate it, brother. Thank you very much. Let's see here. Eat up the dip. Crypto Clay, I took some profit in the 600s and used it to buy more Flare. Now I'm buying more Zebec. More Flare drops with Zebec profits, baby. Let's go. I think they want you to sell your bags. I'm kind of feeling like that at this point too. Like, guys, this shakeout happens with so many serious cryptos, just like we were talking about XRP, Solana, ETH, Bitcoin, where it's like at this point almost know that we're doing something right because so many people are trying to flood us out of our bags. If that makes sense to you. Stilla, why is there a Zebec ship in the picture behind Brad Gowing House? Yep. And Zebec ships in the bearable guys pictures. Are we in the Matrix? Not sure if we're in the Matrix, but I know that they're pointing out a Zebec ship. They've done it on multiple times. So again, that shows even more the connections to XRP and Zebec, right? Let's bring that up actually. If I can type straight. There we go. Right? For those of you who dig the symbolism stuff as much as I do, there's the Zebec right there in the background. What's up, Larissa? Larissa Nicole on purpose. I'm over the panicins. Like that. If people took the time to understand the basics of TA, they would have known the correction was coming. The dip has nothing to do with the team or Zebec's fundamentals. 100%. Star that. 100%. Picking up was nice, but ready for the others to push up one at a time as the lightning strikes over and over. Nice shakeout and bargain play. Bargain buy. 100%. They're getting ready for the switch before the end of the year. Yep, that's what I'm saying. That's what I think too. I think they're really trying to prepare us before. They're trying to send things down before this ISO goes live in a week. Because you notice the closer and closer we get to the ISO, like the ISO deadline, the more and more FUD gets out there. Crazy. But that's how it usually is. Remember, before Donald Trump took the office, right? People were talking about meme coin super cycles. Meme coin super cycles. And what happened? A utility coin cycle happened. Utility coins went up 10x. And just a month before, you had guys, guys from, different universities and stuff like that, very known Ivy League universities, come out here talk about there's talking about telling you guys that there's a meme coin supercycle coming. And then what proceeded to happen a mere month or two later, a utility coin supercycle happened. Craziness. With that big, beautiful bill, all assets are going up, fam. We just need to make sure we have exposure. New applications are being created for cryptocurrency daily. We're just early to this party, right? And if we want to get if we want to get real metaphysical, right? The whole world is about contracts, really, right? All these different smart contracts. Well, let's not get that metaphysical. I'll say that for the Patreon. But regardless, to say everybody has a choice, right? Everybody has a choice to look into these cryptocurrencies. Everybody has a choice to see, okay, are they real or are they not? On this channel, we do the best we can here to give you guys the true, real research where you can look, you can follow into it, and you can see what's real and what's not. As we have 666 watchers here, you can go ahead and look and see for yourself if things are what they say they are. You can go ahead and look for yourself and see, based off the information, if it's right. So, everybody has a choice to do what they want to do here. So if you choose to let, somebody's opinion change yours, if you choose to not listen and watch and research for yourself, then that was your choice. We can't save them. We can't save them, bro. We just can't. It's gonna be up to them. Third week in November, 100%, 11/22/25 is gonna be big. Larissa knows what's up. That's right, Crypto Clay. J Reed Art Uphold already given 5% APY for holding RLUSD. There we go. Nice. Again, and who was Zebec on A Spaces with? Uphold. Who's like pretty much the XRP exchange? Upholds. And it's almost comical when you think about the FUD. It's almost comical. Salvador Ramirez, go T Riley. How much RLUSD would you have to hold though? I don't think, RLUSD is just really the stable coin. It just gives it more of a stability as far as the US dollar is concerned. But I don't think that you have to hold any. Or are you talking about for I think on Uphold, it's just basically based on it's any amount. It's any amount of I think that's what you're saying. It's any amount that you hold, you can get 5%. Like they do different things where you can get like increased rewards based off of your trading, and they'll up your level or whatever of your rewards. But you can. I also saw a thing where they said if you do direct deposit, they'll give you a certain percentage of XRP. So that's pretty interesting. Big Fudders unable to disclose why they like the management of Zebec. If they really didn't like the project, they will make one side video and never talk about it again. I hear what you're saying there for sure. Pissarro on that. Crypto Clay, the real ones know 100%. Let's go. Yo. I'm here, brother Rue. What's up, Paul Andrew? Let's go. Driftwood, fact. 60% of ZBCN tokens are held by management, fact. ZBCN has said some shady stuff. Okay. Where is your facts as far as like what I just showed you today? Fact. They're same investors as XRP. Fact. A lot of tokens as far as like these tokens are held by the top management. Stronghold, XRP, XLM, that a lot of these tokens are like that, because if you think about the actual trueness of it, these tokens are going to be way more valuable than they are right now. Okay. So again, if you want to be the one that's not not investing in ZBCN, that's up to you, brother. But I know what I hold. Hi, bud. Just a quick question. Do you know anything about Zebec and the Lily Lou and advisor being pulled off the website? I'm just curious why they pulled off the website. Good question. I don't know why they pulled her off the website. It's clear that they're still having relations. They're built on Solana. Maybe she just doesn't advise them anymore. Maybe she was just advising them for the time being. So let me reference exactly what he's talking about here. So they used to have Solana advisor. Lily Lou as a listed advisor, but they took her off. Maybe she's not advising them anymore. I don't know. Who knows? But again, does that still take anything away from what they're doing right now? To me, it doesn't. But of course, you'll have to do your own due diligence here. I don't know. This might be a question for them to ask, or this might be a question for them to answer on the next spaces coming up. Why is Lily Lou no longer listed as a advisor? Because they took her off, but they still list as their partners Solana here. So there you go. What I miss? Yeah. Yeah. So Driftwood, again, debate any of the facts I've just showed you today. Um, you only mentioned the negative, but you mentioned none of the stuff that I brought up today. Welcome to the crypto market. High volatility, 100%. Paul Andrew. Zebec is actively aligning its protocol to ISO standards, aiming for compatibility with banks and Swift-like systems, 100%. By integrating with ISO-aligned partners like Circle and Stellar, it's positioning itself as a DeFi native network ready for institutional worlds. I agree. Beam is now a best low cap gem. I'm not so certain about that. Again, if you're trying to look for like gaming stuff, Beam is focused on gaming. Why would you focus on gaming at this point when you can focus on payroll? Zebec is focusing on payroll, how money is going to be given to people through payroll, through instant cards. I'm not trying to go for gaming when I can go for payroll, which is going to be the infrastructure of all money. So to be able to play Beam or whatever, any games on Beam, you're going to be using some instant card or whatever. So I'd rather go for payroll type things than gaming type things, me personally, right? Beam, it might have its day, you know what I mean? I like scale too in the area of gaming when we talk about gaming type cryptos. Scale is also big up there, but I'd rather go for ZBCN. If you're talking about between ZBCN and Beam, ZBCN by a country mile, by far, ZBCN over Beam for me personally. Zebec is working on bank interoperability, enabling real-time payments, card usage, and off-ramping to fiat banking systems. Exactly, and that's exactly what we're showing you today. Star to that comment, Koji Spiritual Dojo. Why would you invest in Beam when Zebec is working on this? Bank interoperability, enabling real-time payments, card usage, and off-ramping to fiat systems through banking systems. Excuse me there. And we know from the science card thing, they're trying to get their card for you to university students. That's why I'm going Zebec, right? It may, like, gaming is something that can come and go. Like, I'm playing the game or I'm not. It's not a necessity. Payroll is a necessity. On and off ramping money to different fiat systems is a necessity. Gaming, like I may or may not play the game, So that's just me. Acquisition of compliance. Yep, firm Gateknox embeds KYC, AML, and KYB tools into its core, signaling readiness for EU's MiCA and UK's FCA regulation front. 100%. Again, they're embedding the KYC, or basically they're embedding DID into their program, digital identity, which can be used for multiple different use cases. It's going to set them aside, ahead of the rest. Great comments there from Koji Spiritual Dojo. This one too. Their EMITA program already handles $500 million in cross-border U.S. Mexican and expanded into payroll infrastructure, evidence of real-world institutional traction. Star that one as well. Huge. Lord Pepe, Diamond Hands, Zebec to the moon. Boom, Koji coming in with the alpha 100%. Crypto Kelly, thanks, and you know it, man. Zebec in Web3 real world stack delivers continuous payments for payroll subscriptions, a bridge between real world assets, payrolls, and remittances, and real-time DeFi flows. Everything we want, everything we've seen that Zebec or XRP stand for, everything we've seen Stellar stand for, another partner of theirs, right? This is so much head over heels above Beam when we talk about real world things, when we talk about infrastructure, when we talk about money. Yeah, I'm doing this 10 times out of 10 over that. Offers the Zebec instant card, no fee, multi-chain crypto card linked to USDC. Yep. Offers the Zebec instant card, no fee, multi-chain crypto card linked to USDC, enabling everyday spending, Visa, MasterCard merchants, seamless crypto to fiat UX. Which, if we bring those up right now, the instant cards. Okay. So they do the Zebec Silver and the Zebec Carbon. Okay, I thought the silver was done in Visa. So maybe that is why they took. No, this is now just a speculation from me. Maybe that's why they took Solana off now, because now this is powered by MasterCard. I thought this was powered by Visa in the past. So maybe they're moving more towards just doing these with MasterCard as opposed to Visa, even though they're on Solana's network. So Carbon is also that. The Black is also on MasterCard. So maybe they moved their focus, they shifted their focus to just MasterCard, which is why Solana, which is why Visa is now, because almost I look at Solana as Visa now, kinda. So maybe their focus is going to be more MasterCard than Visa. And Visa is going to focus, or Visa as far as Solana is going to focus on another card system. But this is all speculation. We'll see. This is a question that I'll make sure I'll see if I can get people to ask them on Wednesday. Why did Lucy Liu, or what's her name? Lisa Liu? Why is Lisa Liu no longer a advisor for you? And is it now because your focus is more with MasterCard or what? But yeah, I'll get someone to ask that question. Let me see here. Yeah, what's her name? Okay, there we go. Lily is Lily Liu. She's in Switzerland, huh? Where all the banking money is. Interesting. Shout out to my dog Underdog Research. Yep, 100%. Shout out to Underdog Research. Built with compliance, stablecoin rails, and Oracle's Chainlink. It's creating an institutional, friendly, programmable finance middleware. 100%. Hit the like button. Hit the like and subscribe, guys. Let's see where we're at as far as subscribers go. Definitely want to share the show around here, guys. Okay, we're at 6,477. Only 25 or 23 away from 6,500. So let's definitely get there, guys. Salvador Ramirez, we believe in ZBCN future. 0.7, quarter 4, 0.71 payment claim. Wow, 0.71, huh? What up, BTM, brother? Let's go. If you don't like Rue's content, make sure to hit it 3 times. Silly. Let's see. ISO 2002 plus Zebec. Banks can plug into a real-time structured compliant messaging, blockchain, and Web3 DeFi rails that move value seamlessly. Payroll, stablecoins, cards, and remittances. There we go. Fred McIntyre, remember to smash that like, everyone. AI oracles and real-time data feeds, Chainlink powering autonomous intelligent financial flows, and Zebec infrastructure. What up, Crypto Clay, my man? Mooneyverse, what's up, Mooney? Peace and blessings to Crew and Rue. Shout out to Mooneyverse. Definitely go check out her channel, guys, if you haven't already. Let me go ahead and bring it up. So, guys, if you go to my channel and you look here, we have a whole Zebec playlist here, as well as an XPR one, a Swift blockchain one, an XCN one, and an LCX one. If you mosey all the way down, you see the channels that I support here, feature channels that I frequent: Underdog Research Channel, Shook Focus Digital, Maximus Crypto, the Mooneyverse, Gentleman Crypto, and some others here. Benzinga Crypto, Benzinga, Simon Family Investments, NYC Odd App, One-on-One Media, Crypto Future, the Ronin Experience. Definitely check those all out. We're going to go over here to Mooney's channel, the Mooneyverse. Oh, what are we doing? Okay. Definitely check that out. Just did a show with... Okay, here we go. Look at her lives. Her most recent lives. One from 6 days ago, one from 13 days ago. But then her and I just recently did a video here. Let me see. Stars, Stock Stars, and the Crypto Connection was her, Crypto Ronin, and Anon Mystic. Definitely check that show out. It was a good show, great show. First hour is me. Second hour is me, Mooney, and Crypto Ronin, and Anon Mystic. Definitely check those out. Brothers Crypto Ronin and Anon Mystic, they do more DeFi than I do. So you'll definitely want to check out their channels if you haven't already, guys. And definitely go over and give Mooney a like and subscribe if you want to know more about the astrology side. I think it was JP Morgan that said millionaires don't follow astrology, billionaires do. So definitely go check it out on Mooney's channel here if you have not already. Web 4 emerging AI with human experience, programmable money tied to identity, emotion, and more. Wow. Yeah, I haven't heard the Web 4 argument yet. Zebec is foundational, enabling this by programmable, compliant, real-world money flows, 100%. Coach G Boom, killing it. Oh, let's go, Crypto Clay. Eat the dip, 100%. Ruby connecting them dots, baby. Let's go. DTCC as well. Yeah, 100%. Zebec is carving the path between middleware, TradFi, and Web3, enabling compliance, structured messaging, real-time Rails, card integration, and smart oracles. It simplifies how banks and institutions must adapt or risk obedience in rapidly evolving tech landscape. What's up, Tracy? Talking about to a certain person there. Take a lesson from this man. He backs up what he says every time. I appreciate that, Tracy. Start that comment for real. Hey, bro, do you know why Solana's blockchain president Lily is no longer on the team? No longer advising. I do not know that. Anyone can take note here. I think this is a question that needs to be answered in the next spaces coming up. Why is Lily no longer an advisor? It also seems like they don't offer the Visa card anymore. So that's something that they need to also talk about Zebec definitely over Fartcoin. She like that one guy. Yeah, like that's not even a question. Like that's not even the question, bro. To me, okay. Gerald Draper, ZBCN, no memes, 100%. Root dropping bars, baby. Let's go. We're killing it. Appreciate it. Koji Spiritual Dojo. We are in the gold mine 100%. Thank you, Koji. Wow. I agree. The future of payroll and more. Johnny B, Zebec will skyrocket. Let's go. Zebec is ripping now. Let's go. Also, I've seen people hounding the team with DMs and ats. So much weird and emotional behavior in the space. Zebec didn't ask or force anyone to invest. If you're scared, sell. Simple as that. What's up, Larissa? Yeah, you know what? I kind of feel you on that. I understand what you're saying there. But a lot of people are new and a lot of people are like, a lot of people get scared because they see people deliberately spreading misinformation about the project. And I understand that. I can understand if you get scared because people are spreading misinformation and whatnot. But the thing for me, really, and the thing is gets solidified. Thank you, Koji, for all the information you're spreading in the chat. There is this is clearly big. It's clearly big. It's clearly got ADP behind it. They're sending out MasterCards and Visa cards, but clearly hooked up with MasterCard, which we covered with you guys last video. How MasterCard and these guys in Fiserv were kind of connected at the hip. Like, there's so much to love about this as far as like payroll and the instant cards. I mean, like, there's this there's so much to love there. I can't understand why someone would go listen to someone that has no information, like that has just only their opinion, when we can see that people like let's go back to it here. Anchorage Digital are custodying Zebec. So that tells me that there's an institutional want for this coin, right? Otherwise, why are they even doing crypto custody on it? So I don't know. I think personally, not financial advice, but for me, I think we found a gem. So if people want to go ahead and just like be skittish and scared, that's up to them. But I can understand if you're new to the market, but you might not know any better, but to be scared, right? All the way, I would choose Zebec over Farco all day long. Take vaporware to the curb and roll your dice. You know what, why, and your intentions are for you. Yep. Wow. Excuse me. Ondo is also at 70 cents, so Zebec have reached that. Yeah, that's true, but I think Ondo, a lot of times you got to look at the supply too. I think Ondo's supply is much smaller than Zebec's. Ondo supply, let's look at it here. 10 billion, where Zebec's is 100 billion. But also you can see here, Ondo's market cap is 2.25 billion, which, Zebec, I don't think we're nearly that high right now at the moment in time. At this moment in time, so yeah, if we were at that point, we're at 233 million. But again, we can see, we know what we hold here. So that was Zebec's 233 million, and then Ondo's is 2.5 billion market cap, max supply, 10 billion tokens, and Zebec max supply 100 billion tokens. Zebec will mint multi-millionaires 100%. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. XRP guy reposted this stream. Thank you so much, XRP guy. Larissa 1000%. What's up, Jetpack JO? Let's share Jetpack's let's share his channel with you guys. Or let's share his X with you guys. Definitely follow him if you guys haven't followed him already. Here's Jetpack right here. Giving all the good Zebec info. Let's go. Shout out to Jetpack. Thank you for coming through, brother. Appreciate it. Love if they have Zebec lending in the future. Yep. Will Right Rock bounce back? I think they might. I really think they might. Peace to all. Stay focused. For Zebec to reach $15 or £10, it roughly needs 1.15 trillion market cap. Compare that market cap to real world value as pennies. This is an overestimate. Yeah, $15. That's really high. That's really high. You know, yeah. Could it, when it really gets going, and you know, people from universities to nurses at hospitals to everybody is using a Zebec card. Yeah, we could get to that point, but like not in the near future. Not in the near future. But we're going to get there with the crypto regulations and whatnot. Ondo is my number 2 hold with Zebec in front and Quant in the back. Let's go. Heart to Jetpack out here. Jetpack JO the GOAT. Let's go, Crypto Clay. Give us a love to Crypto Clay there from Jetpack. Our guy Shook is a residential carbon expert. Dobu. Check out his vids on the topic, and he's got more coming on other assets. Stay tuned, 100%. Shout out to Shook Focus Digital. Just dropped just out here knocking out Budsters, bro. People are tripping. That's why I'm buying while it's dipping, 100%. It's the great shakeout, duh. Smashing in Texas. We know what we hold, 100%, Larissa. For sure, ZBCN were up with the passes of the Genius Act, loading up, 100%. Good day, all. What's up, objectively? Real reality, objectively. Bugatti. What's up, Bugatti 11? Koji, what's your TikTok or number? Koji was on fire, so good, 100%. Okay, guys, my voice is giving out here. I'm gonna have to take off. What's up? You know what? Just hold on, guys. Let me go get some water because my voice is giving out on me here. Just hold for just a second because I want to get through these comments. All right, let's go back to the comments here. Much better with some water there. Okay. Jetpack JL Circle and Zebec ODL. Instant payments 24/7 for employees by the second, and stable coin legislation. Zebec is already positioned to win Agreed. Agreed. That's exactly where I'm at, bro, with that. Payroll. Think about payroll, guys. That's exactly where the money is coming from. We know that they're partnered with ADP, and we know we're going to give them people an instant card to spend the money they're getting paid. Like you can't ask for better infrastructure than that. Hedera has been partnered with Saudi Aramco for years. I remember hearing about it years ago. Yep, and they can do that carbon credit thing. Much love. HBAR is fire. Hell yeah, Jetpack. Love HBAR and XDC 100%. Their DeFi system is so slept on 100%. HBARians, let's go. Let's go Zebec Knights, Johnny B. Agreed, Jetpack. YouTubers are just now starting to catch up 100%. Excuse me, guys. They have been laying the groundwork for years. Yep. BitGo offers HBAR DeFi projects. That says a lot. Yeah, BitGo isn't an exchange. Yep. Facts, Clay. Hedera is into everything. So many use cases. 100%. Hedera is very much slept on out here. And when you look at all the people that are backing Hedera, it's like the biggest companies in the world. So it's like, how can they not do something, right? And imagine the biggest companies in the world getting passive income on this forever, right? Yep, BitGo, Google, T-Mobile, Deutsche Telekom, Chainlink, IBM, all of that, right? Biggest companies in the world backing this. And just, it used to say owned and governed by, right? It only says governed by now. But if we could maybe pull it up, I know it used to say it on the World Economic Forum one. I don't know if they took it down or not. Because Hedera is also a member of the World Economic Forum. Let me see if it still says it on the World Economic Forum site or not. I think they rewrote it. It used to say owned and. Oh no, they didn't. Okay, Hedera is a decentralized enterprise-grade public network on which anyone can build secure, fair applications with near real-time finality. The platform is owned and governed by a council of the world's most leading organizations, including Avery Dennison, Boeing, Denton's, Deutsche Telekom, which is T-Mobile, DLA Piper, EFTPOS, FIS, WorldPay, Google, IBM, LG Electronics, Magalu, Nomura, Swirls, which is they're the makers of Hedera, Tata Communications, University College London, Wipro, and Zane Group. So owned and governed, right? Now imagine zero capital gains tax, and they're just getting, passive income from staking. And Hedera is a $10 token. Can you imagine? I could imagine that. Do they do streaming payments on HBAR? It's a good question. I don't know. I don't think that they do. Tune FM Jam, yeah. Yep. USDC on HBAR. ETF coming. Swift ran test on HBAR. Yep. ETF coming soon for HBAR. And then that's when we see that price really kick in there. Crypto Clay, boom. What's up, OG Crypto? Hey, hey, hey. What is the social media app on Hedera Jetpack? I forget the name. Galaxy. I think it's called Galaxy. Carbon Credit, CCT. What's up, Rory the Dream? Hashpack Wallet. I think he's talking about the social media app is Galaxy. Regular guy running. So what's going on? I see a lot of people talking around the subject, but not at the subject. Not sure it's me in there. What about Dovu carbon credits on HBAR? Yep. We mentioned that. Ship Focus is the Dovu master 100%. We mentioned that as well. Anthony Galeon, do you know anything about Zebec? Yep, we talked about that earlier. We would only know when ZBCNs, when their staff says something. I think people should ask this in the upcoming spaces on Wednesday for sure. I'll put some notes out there to some people that ask that, because the spaces goes on. It happens exactly when I'm at work, so I can't. And it doesn't. It's not my lunchtime. It's literally when I begin work. All that's speculated. Yep. Yeah, people leave projects all the time. Yep, and it's just an advisor's role. So, what I mean? It's not like she was she was just an advisor. Dovu is Shooks, Clay, and Canvas. Yeah, no one knows now. We'll probably hear about it on Wednesday, hopefully. Can't wait to hear about JP Morgan partnership, 100%. What's up, Dustin? YJ, FYI, I will hunt down scammers. Be aware. Reposted the stream. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Private banking side for adversary, for advisory, for advisory. Yeah. What's up, Dustin? WJ, FYI, will hunt down scammers. Be aware. Hello, what's up? I think Martin needs to watch your show. Hey, more the merrier. I will welcome them to watch the show. Yeah, we need to hear about that JP Morgan partnership too. You're right. Maybe over. Let's see here. 0.02 Zebec is realistic at the high this run. My honest opinion, or your opinion. Honestly, I think 5 to 10 cent Zebec is very, very realistic. Not even this run 5 to 10 cent Zebec is very realistic. I've gone through multiple shows where I've shown you guys that it's realistic. What's up, Tyran Copeland? Imagine Zebec is part of the 17. Yep, the 1700 NDAs. Hence the funding to lower the prices so big institutions can buy it cheap. Yep, exactly. And again, how many of the blue chip cryptos have we seen funding with? XRP, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, right? Just to get the price down so people can come in and grab it. Zebec is a multi-narrative asset as well. Yep, yes it is. Payroll, possibly even retirement funds, everything. What's up, Mooney? Thank you for your diligence, Root. Really appreciate it. I believe it will reach 10 cents at a conservative estimate. We still don't have the Binance and Coinbase listing. If that happens alongside on-coin season, Zebec will rip. Of course, yep. And we still don't have the Ripple partnership. I think they're holding that off for real. So again, if we get Ripple saying the Ripple case is ended, the Ripple ETF as far as BlackRock and everything is live, I think we might hear something from them regarding Ripple. Okay, like a real something from them, from Ripple. Excuse me, like we work on the XRP ledger, which with White Rock, with that White Rock partnership, they should have already told us. Okay, so it's already, we already know it happened. Amazing. Staking and urge on ZBCN is growing 8 to 55% APY on staking. Wow. Where's the best websites to stake ZBCN on their website? Is there a better option? What's up, Stila? I'll bring that up right now. It's basically stake Zebec.io. This is where you go to stake your ZBCN. I'll put it in the chat. This is the official site to stake ZBCN. And for 1 month, they do 8%. 4 months, 55. I'm sorry. 4 months, it's 15%. Excuse me. 15% for 4 months. So this is their official staking site. I don't know if you want to go with anyone else other than their official site, but that's where I go. What's up, Crypto City? With the $1.99 super chat. Sorry, just got off work. Can you give a quick recap? For sure. Sure, I can do that. Especially since you did a super chat. Let's do that for you. Quick recap, but I would love it too if you watch the whole show. But quick recap. This kind of went under the radar here. USDC here. Circle is live on the XRP ledger. Okay, that news is from June 12th, 2025. While we were inundated with news that Ripple might buy Circle actually just went live on the XRP ledger. Okay, and some of the things that they say: enterprise B2B payments using USDC for global money movement and improve capital efficiency across borders. To me, that kind of screams Zebec, right? That screams Zebec. Zebec to me screams it. Zebec. If we look also, to some other news, which was Zero Hash saying how Securitize is leveraging Zero Hash's fiat and USD rails to enable investors to seamlessly on and off ramp tokenize assets in Securitize's primary and secondary market. Zero Hash's full stack API and SDC infrastructure provides for a compliant bridge for investors to fund or withdraw both USDC via ACH and wires, as well as USDC through on-chain transfers. USDC on and off ramps provide real-time and 24/7, 365 funding mechanism to interact with tokenized assets. To me, this screams from Securitize, this screams Zebec, right? Especially with the real-time payments. Again, we show you that with Ondo, which we know Ondo is partnered with Securitize, where they say they're doing a Zebec card integration here with USDY for real world assets payment technology, which is tokenized assets, right? And here they say Zebec says it's real-time payroll app. So here we go with the real-time again. Here we go with it, being real-time. And if you then match that up to Zebec's own website, where they tell you about WageLink, the first compliant traditional payroll app. So to me, this is saying like all the technology that goes into WageLink they're basically telling you about with Securitize here and Zero Hash, okay, which we know Securitize through Ondo is partnered with Zebec, and we know Zero Hash because they told us is partnered with Zebec too, and we know Zebec is partnered with Circle. All of this news right here just may have been missed, but just further goes to tell us Zebec is where they need to be. Zebec is partnered with all the right people. And, you know, if you look at Securitize and BlackRock, Securitize and Ondo's connections to BlackRock, they're kind of partnered with BlackRock. We know BlackRock is an investor in Circle. Like everything points to Zebec being great stuff for payroll, for ADP, for instant payment cards, for USDC. It just does. So everything that Simon told us about as Zebec goes, so the Circle, it seems to be the truth to me. So smart money makes money though. Yeah, 100% WH. Anyone that can't stomach FUD and violates should be investing in stocks and cryptos. The FUDs, excuse me, sorry about that. Something here. Let me go. Anyone that can't stomach FUDs and violates shouldn't be investing in cryptos and stocks. The FUDs we have seen in the last few days further convinced me to hodl. Exactly. Me too here. Is Uweka? Like that, like it's almost when you see the FUD, it's like, okay, now I know I'm on the right track. Because things are so good. They're trying to FUD people out. People are trying to FUD you out. Again, and we've shown you examples of that with XRP and Solana and others. Rue, do you personally stake CBCN? Why would we not? I do stake a portion of it. Because for me, it's like, okay, it's always with the staking where it's like, okay, if I stake it and then it's a time where I want to remove it and I want to sell it, I can't sell it now because it's staked. So if ZBCN is to go to like 5 to 10 cents while like in the middle of me staking it, I can't remove it. But there is a certain portion I have staked that I'm going to say, okay, well, I'm going to hold on to the ZBCN forever. So I don't care what the price looks like in 4 months because that portion of ZBCN, I'm going to just hold on to it forever. So, you know, you have to decide what that looks like for you. Like, are you going to decide to stake apart forever and not worry about the price of it? Because, again, I think the long term of what is going to happen with these cryptocurrencies. Solana. Staking ETF is that companies are going to be able to stake these for long-term value. First Solana staking ETF hits the market, right? So they're staking Solana for value in an ETF on the actual stock market. I think we see that not only here with things like Solana, and we're already kind of seeing it with HBAR, right? We were just talking about HBAR and the companies that own and govern it. We will see the same thing with things like ZBCN and other cryptocurrencies, which is why, right, if we go back to Anchorage Digital, what is Anchorage Digital doing? They're custodying some of the biggest assets for institutional investors like Chainlink, like Graph, like Curve. Some of these you can already DeFi and earn tons of revenue for to stake them, right? So this, I think, is the end game. And for the few of us, right, that have some of these that we can hold forever, like a Bitcoin, like a WorldCoin, like a Zebec, like an XRP, you know what I mean? Like, you will get passive income on them kind of forever, right? You and your family, like a Ford stock, XLR, like a Ford, like Ethereum, like a Ford stock, like a Intel stock, like an AT&T stock. Forever, these will be things that can earn you interest. Just as soon as all the financial hurdles are cleared away, that's what's going to happen, in my opinion. Solana is the way to bend the system at 17%, I hope. Zebec to 0.006, then to a cent. What's up, Jago Gaming? Hey, hit that like button. Thanks for that, sis. Mo almost. Crypto Class went in on ZBCN. They seem happy to see it fail. Well, you know what? People can continue to go in on it if they want. I know what the research says, and we're not gonna save everybody, guys. There are gonna be people who are gonna come out here and FUD it despite the facts. All we can do is keep showing you the facts, and the facts are what the facts are. People can keep going with the emotions, and facts are the facts. And people will even come in with confusing facts, like the whole Solana FTX thing, right? You gotta know what you hold, man. You just gotta know what you hold. Crypto Clay boom, breaking Toncoin partnership announcement denied by the United Arab Emirates. Tons price drops. That's interesting. Huh. All right. Thank you for that, E. Because through Vivo Power says that the United Arab Emirates Prince is invested in XRP. So very, very interesting there. So again, XRP was something that was footed, right? Old banks will never use it type of deal with that, right? Meow. That's right. Actions, not words. 100% Joe MC. They do not need ton. They have XRP. There it is. Let's start that. I didn't even know Crypto Clay said that, but there it is. Right. Right there, backing up the words there. What's up, brother, man? What's up, Dave F? What's up, Marcus Grimald? Too many people found out about Zebec and spoiled their plans. Exactly. And now they're trying to make it look like bad business. 100%. Too many people spreaded the good word and they had to pull us back, bro. That's all that is. They had to pull us back. Caffeine AI on ICP. I'll have to check that out. Mammoth video. Appreciate it, brother. XCN has AI agents. I thought they just might. AI agents will be in every app, 100%. Okay, sharing something from Chick Focus there. Thank you, E. XCN is like young Mike Tyson. Beat on him all you want. Yeah, you're not stopping him, no. Marcus Grimal will deep dive into that for sure. AI will be huge. Yep. He's gonna with 100% run. 100% run. Isn't Solidus doing an airdrop soon? Yes, they are doing an airdrop. And I got some of that airdrop where it was like, okay, depending on how much XCN you hold, BitTensor, no, it was XRP, BitTensor, ZBCN, and another crypto. And you got Solidus. And I hold a lot of freaking ZBCN on Uphold, and I only got like $1. It was something like $1.93 worth of Solidus. So honestly, there must be a lot of people holding a lot of XRP and a lot of ZBCN on Uphold, man. Cause if I only got $1.93, like there are people holding some bags, bro. Baby Boom going nuts. Joe Cass is the bearable guy. Ooh, you think he's the bearable guy? That's interesting. That's interesting. In my honest opinion here from Marcus. Any news on Jasmine and Harmony? Been a bit. I'm still big on Jasmine. Harmony, there are a lot of connections to Swift blockchain with that one. What do you think the big announcement is? I have no idea. We'll see. Took my profits on ZBCN. I took my gains, left the profit on ZBCN. Gotcha, OG Crypto. Hell yeah, ZBCN ripping. Let's go. Still in great shape. Yep. Futter gonna be FOMOing. Yep. Ton still goodbye. They had on blockchain called Top. Called Top, huh? And Telegram has over 900 users and counting. Ton is a great investment. Shout out to Blockchain Teddy, Ton expert in the group. Gotcha. What's up, Marie? Zebec to the moon. Marie Villas. OG Crypto, laugh. Look at the actual history of the portrait taken with Brad Garlinghouse and Trump at Mar-a-Lago. The meaning behind the painting is very important, and the photograph was most certainly Zebec. Yeah, most certainly staged for a reason. Yep, I agree. Where's the Zebec background? Point it out. Where's the back in the background? Point it out, please. I'm not sure what you mean. If you mean for Anchorage Digital, as it's scrolling. Funny fact here. They never show on this scrolling list. They never show ZBCN. They don't show it in the scrolling list. You have to actually type it in to see. Another reason why I'm so high on Zebec. They kind of almost go out of their way to not let people know about stuff, right? They went out of their way. Or maybe it was just an error, you know what I mean? Some engineer just forgot to put it in the list or whatever. Who knows? But it's not in this list here. You actually have to type it in to see. And they actually made an announcement about it too on Twitter. So you can go and correlate that too if you want to. So, you know, ZBCN is custody by Anchorage Digital. White Rock looking juicy. It's the ship. It's simple. Buy and hold, then go to sleep. 100%. 100%. Zebec is the ship. Yeah, let me see if we can bring that that photo up here. And let me close some things here. I'll close the curb and credit things. And let me see here. Let's see if we can bring up that photo. Let me see. Let's see if I can bring it up so people can see it. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, yeah, this is a good picture of it here. Okay, so clearly see this is a Zebecs in the background. You can see them there. Trump with the like Clinton, the thumb, the Clinton like thumbs up. Stuart Alvarado pointing to him. Brad just standing there like a G. And there we go with the Zebecs there. Um, Looks like a ghost Zebec and a real Zebec here. There we go. There's the picture. And a bunch of green candles in the background, which is interesting too. But there it is. There it is. Zebec and XPR, let's go. Who made the picture? I don't know who made the picture. That's a good question. Oh, well, Bearable Guy has his own. We were looking at the Trump one. And then let's look at the Bearable Guy one. I think I still have that pulled up somewhere. Or not. We can bring that up, though. We can bring that up. Let me find it. There it is. Let me open that in a new, open it in a new tab so it'll be bigger. There it is. There's the picture, but just if you want to know where it's referenced from, it's referenced from here. Bearable Guy, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1 plus 2 plus 3 is 6. Just like the big beautiful bill, BBB, 2 plus 2 plus 2 is 6. Excuse me. So where were we? There we go. That's it back right there, just chilling. Oh, God. Okay, there you go. Why did Yep, Sutton Howard, we've been talking about this question. We're gonna have to figure that out. Maybe we'll ask them on Thursday or on Wednesday. I'll have someone ask them. Oh, but I'm new to this. How does the ship stand out to Zebec? It stands out because that's what Zebec is. Okay, so let me bring up the wiki on that. So, also spelled Zebec. So Zebec, or it's actually Zebec. They spell it phonetically here, which phonetically they say Zebec. But of course, you know, Simon and everybody says Zebec. So we're gonna say Zebec like they say, but phonetically it's Zebec. But of course we don't want to get it confused with the fake meme coin Zebec. So I'm gonna say Zebec. Okay, Zebec. Zebec was a Mediterranean sailing ship. So basically it was a trade ship. Okay. So if you think about moving money across borders, right? Mainly MENA, in the MENA states, right? So all the areas that, you know, of course, we talk about the Saudi prince investing in XRP. Okay, maybe Zebec is the ship that moves it to and from cross borders, right? So it's perfect analogy when you think about moving money cross borders. A Zebec, right? Or Zebec, but Zebec. Okay, so this is why people are thinking about this because of course, again, if you look at their logo is a ship, and even Sam has come out to tell us, hey, we named it this because of a ship. So this is not us this is not us overplaying our hand or reading way too much into things. The CEO has told us that's what I meant. I meant Zebec. That's why we named it that, and that's why we made our logo this. Okay, so just so you know. Yeah, and it's very specific with looking with those sales, just like we're showing you there on the Wikipedia page, and just like we showed you with the picture. Same style ship. Same style ship. Delta Ghost Zero, Stellar, and Zebec. Let's go. What's up, Delta Ghost? What's up, Mooney again? Wow, you're so right, Rue. The entire commerce business runs around on contracts. 100%. 100%. Like, and we could get so deep into that contract thing. And when, if you guys want to think like, not siding one over the other as far as like religions go, but when you think about religions, contracts are big there too. God said to Abraham, and he made a contract with the people of Israel, and all of these things like contracts. Contracts go deep, guys. It's not just it's not just a legal thing. It is also a biblical thing. So when you talk about smart contracts, that's like that's a huge thing, bro. A huge thing. So yeah. It's funny how this Bearable guy does not follow ZBCN X page. I'm not sure what that means. It does. I don't know if that means anything, but his pictures definitely say a lot. This Bearable guy, they say a lot. 2.5% on carbon and 3.5% on silver. Don't forget, Uphold, largest XRP holder, is also considering an IPO. Check ZBCN XRP connections 100%. Josh, the winner, added to my backs today on that dip. Let's go. Velez Frenchies, ZBCN and XRP. Let's go. Josh, the winner, Draper, why don't you do us a favor and shut up? I know you were in another chat earlier today. You're just a shady person. Get out of community if you hate it so much. How do I join your community? Well, you can join the Patreon, in which I post news there, and I give them a weekly watch list, and I also give them a crypto or a stock watch list. So I give them a weekly crypto watch list, a monthly stock watch list. There's also the Telegram that we have, which is a paid experience too. So definitely join the Patreon, and you can get both the Patreon chats and the Telegram chats. Links should be in the descriptions for that. E11, or I can't see that straight. ET1112-190. Yeah, I bought more this AM too. What's up, Ocean View Coffee Shop? ZBCN to the moon. Block Trip. She may no longer be needed as an advisor. It doesn't necessarily mean a negative thing. It's just business. Yes. Nothing can be changed about this project whatsoever. People need to chill. Anthony, yeah, good luck with Driftwood. We will be holding our backs and buying more on the dips, LOL. Zebec super app coming. Yeah, they said they will talk about the super app. I agree with Block. She was replaced with the compliance advisors. Got it. SHX, ZBCN, yep. My girl needs to party all the time, party all the time, party all the time. Had to be. You killing me, bro. You killing me. Yeah, we need to wait for this Wednesday, 100%. What's up, Brandon White? I finished packing my bags this morning. Is Chainlink and XRP going to be partners with ZBCN? Well, I think XRP for sure. Chainlink, I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that. I've been digging deep, and I just got more bullish on ZBCN. Let's go. What's up, Jose De La Torre? What's up, Rue? Glad you're my brother. Took advantage of the AM dip. Yeah, let's go. Last time Rue, this FUD was around, I sold half my bags. These past few times I've been stacking, not listening to more researching. Yep. That's it. That's it right there, brother. The researching wins every time. Dustin, right? I can't believe people are taking the word of a piano man that doesn't hold you back. It's crazy. You know, when you say it like that, it sounds really crazy, bro. It sounds really crazy. No disrespect to him. But when you say it like that, I can't believe people are taking the word of a piano man that doesn't hold you back. It's crazy. That sounds crazy. That sounds crazy. But hey, you know, this is you know, and again, this is zero disrespect to him, but when you say it that way, it does sound crazy, doesn't it? All these decentralized finance players, or a handful of them, are going to make one beast for the entire financial sector. Ashwagandha reposted the stream. Thank you, Ashwagandha. Appreciate it. Zebec is on the Ondo ecosystem and on the Chainlink ecosystem as well. Let's go. Okay, so apparently I missed that with Chainlink. Streaming payments under $50 and growing. New wallet creation growing. Thank you, Objectively Reality Objectively. ZBCN real-time payments to the moon baby 100%. The news broadcast of Trump with Nasara Jasada in the lower headline section. The map is real. Oh, nice. I do remember that. Happening, Pissarro. Okay. WWG1 WGA US. Fam, I can't wait till the day when ZBCN will be included in ETFs. And hopefully I'm still holding ZBCN BAS because trust is coming. Alts are now being added to crypto treasuries is going to happen. Yeah. I'm definitely going to be holding some ZBCN bags for them for that time for sure. I feel like I'm in church right now. Yes. Crypto Clay, ZBCN, Zebec, let's go. LA sends is love. Okay, LA sends their love. Things I like about Detroit, Fat Five, Magic Johnson, Lafayette, Coney, dog. Oh, you bringing me back, bro. Oh, the Coneys. I love the Coney Islands. So for you non-Detroiters, Detroit has these like Coney Island restaurants that are open 24 hours where you can get breakfast. You can get like heroes or gyros. They're fabulous. American Coney dog, nice chili in both places. And oh yeah, Eminem. Started out with BTC weekly close is above 109. Let's see what the next few days look like. Red Star 7311 wasn't Visa using ETH. Well, that's the question because it seems like they don't make Visa cards anymore. One thing that I want to look into is Moonwell. I know Moonwell has Visa cards, and they're on Solana too, I believe. So that might be something where they did that in order to have Moonwell be okay. Because if Zebec is doing both Visa and MasterCard, how does Moonwell even fit if that's the case? But that'll be something that I'll be looking into here. I just researched this morning. They're entrenched in Visa as a client more as a collaboration rather than a partnership using their technology. There we go. Yep. So so maybe Visa cards will move to Moonwell, but at the same time, of course, money needs to go on both networks, both Visa and MasterCard. So there's that. Hold on a second here, guys. One second here, guys. Okay, perfect. All right, so Lily of the Valley. What's that from spiritual? I'm not sure what you mean by that one. Spiritual Koji Spiritual Dojo. Hello everyone. Hello Ruel. What do you think about Martin Lucas and all this flip flop? You know what, man? I don't know what to say about all of it. Again, it's just like one somebody mentioned earlier. I don't know how someone could say like a piano man over research, but I'm gonna stick to the research. I do, shouts out to Martin when he was using his platform to spread to talk about ZBCN. I supported that, but now I don't know. Is it a money grab? Does he want ZBCN to pay him to do something? I'm not sure. I always thought it was weird too. Just like he came out of nowhere. Like, okay, who's this British guy? Um, you know, but again, I am in support of anyone who's spreading good. You know what I mean? Good news about ZBCN. Like nothing's changed from him fudding it. You know what I mean? Like nothing has changed as far as like all the information I presented today. ZBCN is custody by Anchorage Digital. ZBCN and their streaming payroll. ADP, MasterCard, Ondo, Securitize, Jim Brayer, Circle, XRP, Circle being on the XRP ledger, Circle USDC on the XRP ledger. Both ZBCN having investors from Circle and XRP as initial investors in ZBCN, as well as Tim Draper and his crew, as well as Solana, as well as Gemini. All of these things, none of these things have changed. So, if Martin's free and entitled to have his opinion, but none of this has changed. Okay. As far as what ZBCN has been transparent to us about Zebec, the science card stuff, they're getting into universities now. University kids spend a lot of money, right? So and that's going to be a really sticky area. If they have that card when they first start, making money as university students and using money as university students, they'll probably have it for the rest of their life. Getting this to different industries. If I'm a nurse and you can pay me in real time, 24 hours a day, real time, I'm going to pick the company that's using Zebec and WageLink, and that I'm going to pick that company over another company because I'm going to get paid in real time. Like the moment I get off work, heck, I can go to lunch break and start buying stuff. That's going to be a very big advantage. And they're going to be able to do that because they're embedding digital identity with gate knocks into their platform. So, they could, you could do loans lickety split because you have that embedded into your platform. There's just so much to like about Zebec. None of that's changed. So regardless of what Martin has to say, none of that's changed. Okay. Price is going to go up and down. Like one thing, Charles Hoskinson, you can like Charles has said things where he's like, okay, I don't like XRP and now he likes him again, whatever. But Charles, one thing I kind of agree with him about is like, okay, I'm not going to really focus on price. And you cannot focus on price when you know what you have. When you know your Cardano and that the World Economic Forum and people like LCX are pushing your projects. when you know that you're in ETFs around the world, you don't have to worry about that type of stuff. And that's that's where we're headed for ZBCN. You don't get partnered with all of the people that are on the page there. Circle, Shima Capital, Lightspeed Partners, Solana, right? Gemini. Gemini is one of the only places, like one of the only cryptocurrency companies that can operate in New York. So is XRP, by the way. Lightspeed Ventures, right? Rare Capital. There we go. So when you got all of these things and all these people behind you, like I'm less concerned about what someone like Martin says, and of course he's entitled to his opinion. No disrespect to him, but in all respect due, I know what I hold with ZBCN. Don't get shook, stay focused 100%. What's up, Cloud 99? A little shout out and homage to our guy Shook Focus there. WH just Googled Zebec. It's a trading ship. Yep, we showed that. What's up, Mountain Lion? I think Martin was trying to be a paid spokesperson and turned on them when they declined. Cause yeah, he says he's never been paid by or all I know is on his exclusive interview with Zebec, he made that in a membership only video. So you make these claims about not being paid, but then you make that a membership only video, which I understand as a creator, right? You put a lot of time into things as a creator. You're right. You have to do some things for funds. You really do, right? Or it's not worth it. But the way he says it is, I'm just helping. I'm not doing this for any funds or anything. But I think that's a little disingenuous, and that this is at one time. Zebec was the most trending cryptocurrency. You are getting your name out here. You are getting exposure. You are getting subscribers to your YouTube. You are getting super chats. You are getting people to do your exclusive membership to sign up to you exclusively on YouTube. So it's a little disingenuous there, I would say, respectfully. It's pretty obvious that the event he was trying to do live stream was not an event. Well, yeah, people are gonna have to take that up with Martin. And but for me personally, I'm here for the research. I'm here to spread, good information about ZBCN. This is not the, necessarily the bash Martin show right here. But, as people coming up and say stuff about it, yeah, I'll address it. But, the research is the research. Okay. And either you're here for the research, or you're gonna get flooded out because you're believing opinions. I'm here for the research. Opinions I can care less about. So that's just me personally. I like the fact that with this technology, people will have enough money by breaking at work to get something. Yep. In the break area. Yep. And see, I didn't even see this comment, but I just mentioned that with the nurses, right? Or at lunchtime to go to the restaurant. See, at lunchtime to go to the restaurant, that's huge too. Because I've been a poor university student, right? Imagine being at the university now. You've worked 4 hours and now you can go and use your money to get lunch, right? That's huge, bro. That's really huge. Brian Goss, he wanted to interview them on his show, and he expected that. They didn't want to do it that way, and that upset Martin, so he started bashing them. Okay, I don't know if that's a true. Everything is allegedly on here, right? Alleged. If that's true, I mean, that's kind of sad. But you know, I'm just gonna stick to the research on here. If that's what happened, that's something, man. Is XDC the only non-US ISO crypto? I believe so. IOTA might be too. IOTA might be too. Agreed, Brian. That's sad. Yep, we got Mooney. We got Mooney's channel shared on here. Thank you, E, for putting up the link to Mooney's channel. Yeah, exactly. It upset him, so he started trashing him. Horrible behavior in the space. Nice tarot card reads. Yeah, definitely check out Mooney's channel, guys. Randy Espiritu. Zebec should also do money remittances into the network with payroll. Yep. Because think about yeah, I think cross-border payments are going to be really big for them. So like kind of money remittances, you can see that with the what do they call it, the Emida platform that they offer. Let me see if I can bring that up right quick. Yeah, Emida is Zebec's payment pilot program that handles 500 million cross-border payments between U.S. and Mexico. Building off of Emida's immediate success, we plan to expand to Thailand and Nepal. And we know CEO Sam Tapalia is from Nepal, where market value opportunity is 50 billion. Zebec multi-sig is also being tested by a few international transport companies as a payments tool for escrow, where international commerce can happen without a bank as an escrow partner. That's cool. And Mexico, if you look into Draper's family history, like Tim Draper's family, they did some dealings down there in Mexico. I think it was like his don't quote me on this, I think it was either his father or his grandfather. I think his grandfather had some dealings with Mexico Power Company. So, could the Semida have been done or had some connections there with Draper? Possibly. But yeah, more great stuff there. Yeah, in the event in Paris, he wanted to do a live stream. We still have gotten almost no information on the event. I believe the NDAs are signed at the door. Yep, I remember that event. They were supposed to give us a little bit of information from that, but they didn't say anything. Bill Brown, I used USDC yesterday, so I'm partnered with Circle. I used XRP yesterday, so I'm partnered with Ripple. You guys are brain dead. Let's go ahead and just get Bill Brown up out of here. Because clearly you didn't listen to anything or look at anything that we just showed you today about Circle and Circle Alliance program and all of this stuff. We share so many informations about that. It's just clear. So we just got to get you going. Who cares about anyone that bashes the project? If you believe in the technology and the company, just accumulate or hold. 100% Steve Mariano. Crazy Fub, why do they always come with a lazy rug argument every time? Same thing for XCN. That's right, Charmizzle. Same bullcrap, new different day. Brian Goss, it was rather normal correction, and he was hollering dump and crash at the very beginning of it. I couldn't believe it. Yeah, exactly. People are talking about a normal correction as though it is a dump or a crash. That's crazy talk. That's crazy talk. It's like, what? Did you just start in crypto like 2 days ago? Do you seriously not know what a pullback is? Like, I just don't get it. I don't even get it. What's up, Mooney? Oh my God, I was finally able to add your channel to my features channels list. Thank you for the love and support always. Of course, Mooney, you already know. Star that. Charmizzle 21, they miss out on a project and they crash it. Some real haters, 100%. What's up, BLDR Bob? Builder Bob. What's up, Rue? Randy Espiritu. Zebec should also adapt money remittances worldwide with the net into the network with worldwide payroll. Hold on 1 second here, guys. I just gotta take a quick drink here. I wonder what happens if I. All right, I just had to take a quick drink of water there. Much better, much better. Yeah, Brian, all the chart guys were saying the same thing. Yep. ISO compliance will shut down the FUD. Much respect, brother Rue. What's up, Rodney James? Appreciate you for coming through, brother. Mid to low twos was expected. Yeah, I know Moon God Trading. Shout out to him. He said it like a week ago or two, right? And for me, I'm not really concerned, right? 5 to 10 cents was always my target. I'm holding through to that, right? And all the catalysts as far as ISO going live 7, 14, 25. So literally in less than 10 days here, ISO going live for the world on 11/22/25. Trump doing a zero capital gains tax. None of those things have still happened yet. XRP ETF going live, like for all the different companies, still hasn't happened yet. XRP partnership announced, a deeper partnership with Stellar announced, and still ZBCN Zebec as a company has given us news after news after news. They've come on, like, as much as you guys can give them crap, or anybody can give them crap. Oh, they told us they were going to come on with Stellar and stuff like that. They didn't do that, for real. They didn't do that like they told us. But they did go on with Uphold. They went on with the science card stuff. They gave us the new advisors. Like, they have been giving us news, right? So have they fulfilled on everything they said? No. Has there been some like missteps as far as like the white rock thing? Yes. But again, the research is still what the research is. Wednesday will shut down a lot of FUD and the price will go right back up 100%. No problem, just sharing things I find. The way he handled it was pretty messed up. He needs to be quiet. I've seen him flip flop on several subjects since February. Big. Okay, I understand how you guys feel about that, but you know what? Shout out to him. I can understand how you feel there. Just the thing about it, like the whole whales are dumping type of thing, like they're scamming us. That part I just did. I don't appreciate that part. Again, it's like, if you were in crypto and you've been in crypto for a while, it's normal price movement. As other people have said earlier here, Larissa and others, I completely agree with you guys on that fact. It's just normal price movement, and people trying to make it out like they were being scammy, and it's just not. Sharp Missile crypto is full of haters and crybabies, 100%. Let's see here. Thank you again, Koji. He moves everyone that disagrees. Wow, I didn't know that he did that. Love your work, brother. You and Max. You do some fantastic discussions. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. Ronnie Jones, ISO compliance will shut down all the FUD. I think so too. Acting like him not holding Zebec is a good thing. You're gonna talk. I understand how you feel about that, Dustin. Right? Ando has a lot of unlocks. Also, Mooney 77 portal Uranus tracks transitions into Gemini. Huge personal shifts for the financial world, and Stage XRP is a Gemini coin created on 6/2. So XRP leaps and bounds of late are no coincidence. There we go. Thank you for that, Mooney. Mini astrology report. Definitely go into her channel and get the real breakdown. Thank you for giving us a piece of that, Mooney. I really appreciate it. Koji Spiritual Dojo, great partnership. Ando and Zebec, 100%. Yeah, you should own it before you write a song about it. I know how you guys feel with that. I definitely understand that. Upcoming ZBCN spaces to discuss Super app and to aid cryptocurrency adoption this week. Like, remember, we had the crypto week coming up as far as the president's concerned, right? The 14th through the 18th, right? And ISO goes live on the 14th. Like, this month, right, could be so crazy for cryptocurrency. And I was listening to different posts where they say like something like 9 out of 10 months, Julys have been nothing but positive. It was either 9 out of 10 or 10 out of 10. So this month could be bananas, like crazy bananas for cryptocurrency. RIP my ears, by the way. What did I do? Did I laugh too hard? Ando and Zebec are partners now. They've been partners. Brian Goss. So if you just go to Ando's page, which we can do right quick. Ando Finance. We're here, right? And then we look at the ecosystem. And we scroll down. We see Zebec. So they've been partners. As well as we see the XRP Ledger, as well as we see Connexus by JP Morgan, as well as we see XLR, as well as we see Anchorage Digital, right? We see all the players we just talked about. BlackRock, Coinbase, Chainlink, Ethereum, right? Everybody that we just mentioned there. MasterCard. Everyone we just mentioned there. I got in initially at 0.0014 in February from my own research with an average of triple O's, and it went in pretty big with initials out. ZBCN is one of the biggest crypto bags I ever had. Hashtag conviction. Let's go. I was new to crypto in January. You helped me a ton learning how to dig and dive in. Oh man, I appreciate that, man. I really love to see comments like that, Builder Bob. I'm glad I was here to help, man. Start that comment. What's up, TK? Rue, the payroll industry is a $11 trillion market. If ZBCN captures 3% of that market, it would put ZBCN at a $33 billion market cap and around $4. That's crazy to think about, but that's an absolute possibility, right? But first, to get there, we gotta have these crypto regulations, which we're getting. We're getting them, and we're getting them like literally on the 14th, right? So we're literally getting them in less than 10 days, right? So that's why I'm so bullish to see what can happen here. And if we look at the charts, right? This is kind of what always happens. You have these like waves, ripples, if you will, if you will. And we look at coins like XRP, you see some of this same thing. It's more prevalent if you look at a coin like XCN. These big waves and ripples. So here it might hit its next stride here and go past the 5 cent mark. Swift blockchain, you see something similar. Same. With ZBCN, we're like right here, right? We're right in this type of wave. We've yet to hit this one, where we go to the 5 cents area, but it's coming. It's coming. Could be coming this week. Could be by the end of this month, you know, with everything we have coming up. Launched. Sorry, Moody, I missed that part. Okay, sorry, Moody, I missed that one. I got in February too. I was getting weary when it finally pumped. What will 7/7/25 bring? Yeah, exactly. The jackpot date. The jackpot date, which is 7/14. Oh, well, you're saying, okay. Are you saying 7/7 like tomorrow? Or are you saying the 7/14, which would be 7 which would be 7, the 7/14 would be 7 like 2 times 7. So the jackpot date supposedly, right? 7/14 will bring the ISO the date, right? Pizarro at Mooniverse 777 is jackpot. Yep. Which is the 7/14 date, which is when ISO goes live. Watch when Zebec starts ripping again. Martin will be saying, I never had to sell. Just be careful. I always like Zebec tech. And I knew it would too. Exactly. That's how they always do it, right? That's how they always do it. Cannot tell you how many big influencers have been like, oh, XRP. I sold all my XRP. I sold it all. Like, I can't even deal with XRP. It's not going to do anything. Not going to be anything. And then the next minute, XRP army, yay! I'm telling you, I sat back and watched big creators do that, and it's like people they won't even call them out on it. They won't even call them out on it, and it's something to watch. It's something to watch. Like, bro, weren't you the person who just a couple seconds ago said you didn't like XRP, and then it started doing well, and now all of a sudden you're like XRP army? Come on, bro. Jackpot sounds good for me. How high you think XRP can reach this, or ZBCN can reach this run? I think it can reach. I think it can reach to this run. I think it can reach 5 to 10 cents. Kenny, you. I'm new to crypto and I'm still annoyed with the whining. LOL. This shift is about reclaiming our financial sovereignty. That starts with not giving it away, especially to strangers on the internet. Shout out to Larissa on that one. We'll start that one for sure. I feel how you. I feel you on that one, Larissa. Hit her all day. What's going on? What up, Ruel? Finally caught it live. Let's go. ZBCN, Zebec Nation. Water. Money doesn't wait. What's up, Frankly Lane? Water. Money doesn't wait. Thumbs down. Not sure what you mean by that one, frankly, Lane. Larissa Nicole, on purpose. That means learning to be accountable to ourselves and learning to trust ourselves. 100%. You know, and if everybody could be accountable, that would be great. But you know, some people are just going to be like, okay, well, this person says that is bad, so I'm not going to do it. So, you know, Larry Fink says buying Bitcoin is, you know, nobody wants it, so I'm not going to buy it. And, you know, in a sense, we're kind of trained that way, right? We're trained to say, okay, this central power knows more than me, right? This central power knows more than I do. But then when you go and research it, wait, it's not what this power said it was, right? We've known that with crypto time and time and time and time again. What did they tell us about Bitcoin? You know, the illegal stuff. We've been over multiple times this show, right? But this is why you gotta take things into your own hands. This is why you have your own choice, your own research, your own mind, right? Just like someone else said too, right? It's crazy that someone's just following someone, you know, a piano guy, right? But at the same time, right? Look at what I'm telling you. Look up what I'm telling you. I try to show you guys the websites and stuff like that, so it's not like, hey, you know, just take my word for it. Just trust me, bro, right? You can verify and research everything that I'm telling you. It's not just my opinion, right? It's me showing you facts, right? So, you know, that's kind of just what it is. The money is the kingdom wealth to build the new golden age, 100%. And this is a lot of the language they've been using as far as like with Donald Trump. New golden age or skyrocket. Like a lot of that language you're using there, Koji Spiritual Dojo, is the language that Trump is using here. Pissarro hit the nail on the head there. 3 bullseyes for Mooney. What's your prediction on Propi and Ondo this cycle? You know what? I haven't even looked at that. But Propi, we know they're partnered. Both of those are partners of Zebec. I will have to think about that and get back to you on that because I don't research those you know, regularly. So I had to get back to you on that. Jose De La Torre woke up early to watch the Tour de France and took advantage of those beautiful dips. Playa. Nice. Arizona air be mad dry. 100% Mooney. That's why we got to get the water out here, bro. I'm telling you, it be mad dry over here. Mad dry. It's terrible for the skin too. I'll be trying to moisturize out here for real. Pissarro. The flooding of the Nile was an ancient Egyptian New Year, mid-July to mid-August. Uranus tonight. Sirius star for the Nile. Mooney and Pissarro breaking it down. And I saw somebody else say something about this. I think it was Extra Vod. I've been really into his videos lately. Shout out to Extra Vod. How people were saying that the Sirius star is something that they were pointing to with these bearable guy videos. So again, maybe that's what this is here. But also, let's bring up bearable guys thing. They're saying different things where, okay, the Sirius star is always what's been going on here. Oh, this is interesting. This kind of looks like, this is very interesting. Here, this is the one here. So that they were saying, okay, the bear is looking at the Sirius star in the window here. That's interesting. That's interesting. Instead, and you got these, right? It's always the three of these. This one's turned around. This is like the same colors as the Zebec, right? And then it's over the fireplace. It's interesting. Interesting. It's interesting to break these things down, but they're saying like, and look, the rocket is going towards the Sirius, right? That's when the rocket ship kind of happens. What is this king doing over here? Let me open this in the new tab. I want to open the picture. Okay, I'm trying to open this in that. Okay, open image in new tab. So I'm trying to see what this king's face looks like over here. Bro's mad. Why is he mad? Okay. King's mad apparently that things are rocketing on the serious date. Oh, and there's a guy in here. A knight in there, it looks like. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, this date. Ah, this symbol. This symbol is like a this I think this is a symbol for water. This might actually be a symbol for water. They have this on the like where is it? Like this is a Irish. If you guys are familiar with Ireland, there's this place called New Grange or something like that. And there's like this Egyptian thing there where they have these symbols on it. I almost want to look that up for you guys, but I'll do this for the Patreon or something like that, where they have these symbols on this like New Grange thing in Ireland. Want to visit Ireland one of these days. Trump wants to make America crypto capital world. It'll be. I'd be a fool not to heed the message 100%. July 13th, FIFA Club World Cup final. It begins in LDN, Chelsea Football Club, patent name CFC LDN if Chelsea wins the final. Interesting. I'm not sure that I understand that completely because I'm not a soccer guy. Magic Hat more habitual liars coming out of the woodwork. I see. Keep it up, Root. Keep up the great work with Zebec and all the way. Okay, appreciate it, brother. You're killing me with the habitual liars. Oh man, that's hilarious, bro. Crypto Crossroads Show. Let's go, bro. Let's bring up Crypto Crossroads Show's channel as well. I keep having to forget. I should put you in my suggested channels. I keep forgetting to do this stuff. Here we go. Crypto Crossroads Show. Check them out. Just did a show on Mochaverse. I'm gonna check that out here. Again, he just started his channel 3 months ago. So if you guys are looking at that and you're saying, oh, you know, only 365 subscribers, I assure you, this guy only started his channel 3 months ago, and he's, you know, he's a member of my community, and, you know, he's given me information on the past that's been stellar. Every piece of information he's given me in the past has been stellar. So definitely check out his channel if you haven't already. I know this guy is a stellar researcher, and you know, if you don't check out his channel, you're doing yourself a disservice. He's doing IXS and Lightlink. I already did a kind of preview of Lightlink here. Um, and I'm gonna have him on the channel to talk about it. Because I know he has some gems about it. And yeah, we'll have him on to talk about it here. But yeah, definitely go over and check out his channel and look at the work he's done on Lightlink, Swift, and IXS. Let's go back to our chat here. You have metal? Yeah, I have metal. Clement Silva. I have metal, I have loan, and I have XPR. Crossroads, we are here. We made it. Everybody, please hit the like button. Definitely like and subscribe, guys. did that come in twice? Thank you, Magic Hat. Appreciate it. Locked in. What's up, Rory? The Dream, yes, sir. HBAR is using IXS to tokenize assets. What will it tokenize? I'm thinking carbon credits with Dovu. Star that one. I love it. I agree, bro. I agree. Shook and I were speculating on this. Ooh, I would have loved to be a fly on the wall with these two guys talking in the room. That's mad alpha. Mad alpha coming from Crypto Crossroads show. And Shook in the room. Oh man, if I was a fly in the wall with that conversation, I tell you what. Two brothers I very, very much respect, as you can tell. What's up, Koji? Seal is launching a coin with HBAR. It will tokenize satellites that will pay each other. And Seal's coin also has pans with hundreds of millions of electronic meters. Cool, thanks. What's up? Cool, thanks. Seal, yeah, that's pretty interesting there. With the Seal guys. Kenny Yu, thank you, sir. 100%. You think Zebec will play a role in UBI distribution? Well, it's funny you say that because Sam said that he was talking, Sam Tapalia, CEO of Zebec, he said he was talking to Tim Draper about UBI in 2017. He has that. I played that on one of his interviews. I can't remember what show it was, but he said he was talking to Tim Draper about UBI coin in 2017. Can't like this is first person. We heard this from the CEO saying that. So possibly it could be. It could be. It's awesome. 15% max of 5 million for 4 months, 100%. Larissa giving some love to Koji. What's up, Ken White? Just wanted to say thanks. Appreciate your efforts. Thank you, Ken White. I really appreciate that. Really appreciate that. Yeah, that's very, very interesting, the UBI. I wish I could find that interview off the top of my head, but I remember him saying that in an interview. I did that in a show so many moons ago. Maybe I'll bring that back and put that on a show like about the whole UBI thing. God, I cleaned off my desk here and forgot to put back my pen and paper. So I'll just have to take a mental note of doing a UBI show and bringing that clip back so you guys can see it. FUD is so petty. ZBCN already survived a delisting. Yep. That and more. Quant, yep. Mr. Spader, 007. Quant's a good one. Quant's on fire right now. Let's check that out. Q&T. That should be fine. I mean, I mean, it's kind of on fire, yeah. But again, ISO's going live in America 7/14, the jackpot date. So 7/14, you could say that 7/77. 2025. Watch where Quant goes once that goes live, right? Chelsea Football Club partnered with Damak. Damak is on the XRP ledger. Okay, got you. WageLink is fee free, while Daily Pay and Branch have fees and limitations, being TradeFi instant payroll companies. Gotcha. Loaded up with more quant on that last dip. Let's go. But ZBCN, GitHub, or Uber Eats, it's over. Yeah. Yep. 100%. Joe Buddy with more FUD. Here we go. It wasn't rug pulled, bro. Apparently, Joe Buddy doesn't know what a rug pull is. Not a chance. How does Cardano have our addresses for a midnight airdrop? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Brito, yeah. Joel Katz is Satoshi number 2. What's up, Esco 215? 6 million ZBCN. Let's go. The boat is the Goonies shipwreck pirate One Eye Willie's treasure. Okay, let's see. I think you're talking about the bearable guy one. Let me go back. They got a couple over the years. Over the years. Four, six, and I'm not sure what he's saying there. They have a couple of these over the years. See, and this is not his first time mentioning a Zebec, right? April 12th, 2020. Interesting. Interesting stuff. Goonies never say die. Zebec holders never say die. Let's go. Anchorage. Yep, Anchorage holds ZBCN, and we went over that today. What's up, Andrew Gonzalez? I actually believe Anchorage does Zebec staking. Ooh. Yep, Zebec spelled with the X. What Zebec does, it allows companies to hire people around the world and pay them instantly, 100%. Not sure what you're saying here, Gregory DeVale. Was Ripple's post confirmed to be true, not to sell XRP between Sunday through Monday? I'm not sure what that means. Shooting Star Doji on daily close a few moments ago. Okay, yeah, those are different trading patterns. I'm not sure exactly what that one is. I will look it up though. I've heard of it, but let's see here. Sis, hit that like button. Yes, hit that like, guys. We're going overtime, 3 hours here. RKD Corbin, Zebec, let's go. Chainlink is already partnered with ZBCN. Okay, I had to look at that. Bags been packed. What about the information we can't find about 3 audits from Zyrtec? I'm not sure about that, real Telly. I haven't heard anything about that. But if there were 3 audits that they couldn't find, why are they still working with Circle and stuff like that? I'm not sure that that's a problem at all there. Renee, Zebec to $1. Let it be. I can't wait till it goes up. I got 92K of them. What's up? Flight to retirement 25. Mooneyverse with the $11.11 super chat. No, I love those 11s, Mooney. Thank you so much. Sending you powerful energies of love, health, wealth, prosperity, and success always. Thank you, Mooney. Much appreciated. Very much appreciated. Oh, can we start that? I guess I can't start super chats for some reason. Oh, yes, I can. There we go. The piano man has been wrong since he joined YouTube and tries to act like he gives the best trade advice, but he really wants to sell you a coffee mug and sing you a song. Jeez, Pharmacopoeia. What's going on, Pharmacopoeia? Pharmacopoeia comes in with that, bro. Jesus, how do you really feel, Pharmacopoeia? A certain content creator loves when Zebec dips to throw shade at the dip. I won't call any names though. LOL from Hitter All Day. Okay, the real Telly, we just gonna get you right up out of here. Thanks for playing. No, this guy is trying to song his way back into ZBCN. Something big is coming. Be patient. Fight for your right to party. BTM Crypto News Network. Mooneyverse, what's up? Coney Island, Nathan Hot Dogs. In Coney Island, Brooklyn, New York. So classic. Yeah, we had those in Detroit, and I love it. Love it. Been a while since I've been home. I gotta go home and get that. The piano man like to hear himself talk. What's up, Renee? Stoke RSI is on reset on the daily. There we go. Objectively giving us those nice trading hints there. What you guys? Like we gotta stop giving this man so much hate, bro. Right? Someone unsubscribed from a certain guy on all platforms. The real Telly, you look. You guys are killing me over here, bro. You look. Why are you here? Just for the Commanders, much for your cowgirls. Yeah, we already got the real Telly up out of here. The fake Telly, just admit you're new to crypto, dude. You're better off in stocks. Yeah, and like I've never seen that person in here before ever. Let me grab some. There we go. I had to grab some more water, guys. Thank you. What up, Ocean View? I agree, Martin. I never cared for his channel. Anyway, he's. Jeez, guys. What's up, Lord Zero Clue? Please enlighten us. Yeah, we got her, Tully. He's out of here. ZBCN has the patience for the patent for payroll. Yep, and that's the one thing that you cannot find that patent. You cannot find it. Now, speculation. Maybe they have the patent for payroll, streaming payroll, where Sam has that patent, but I cannot find it. I keep trying to look for it. I can't find it. But I do think, I do think that Sam has that patent. I really do think that. Piano Man is working with the Fudsters. He never owned Z-Bag. You don't even have to dog in a fight. He did come out of nowhere. But yeah, I just always thought it was weird that he came out of nowhere like he did. You know what I mean? You still live? Oh my god. I know, bro. 3 hours and 15 minutes. We're doing it here on a Sunday. But you know what? These 3 hour shows are my best viewed shows. Um, they're the ones that bring the most revenue into the channel because I do this for fun, but I also do this for funds. Shout out to shout out to Greg, Coach Greg Adams for that one. You know what I mean? I know Scotty 1269, the real Telly. ZBCN has a patent for payroll. What up, though? My wife is from Detroit. We go straight to Coney Island as soon as we can get to Detroit. My kids love it. Classic, bro. I love it. Another Detroiter. Tell her what up, though, bro. Yeah, love it. Scotty 1269. Let's go ZBCN. Yes, it was the top trending. Yep. I wish I had more cash to buy Zebec. He jumped and didn't have anything legitimate to say about it. D Harp, only goofies try to put people out of projects. 100%. Payroll is $1 trillion business. Your insight. I told that channel way back. They didn't know what it was or ZBCN. Wow. Not sure about that one. Maybe we should ask Rue about that one. Which one? Oh, if it was a telecom, he's up out of here. QuickBooks is a payroll system. You know what? That reminds me of a show that I want to do. QuickBooks is a payroll system. It does your 940s and your 941 taxes each month. I seen QuickBooks listed on the site with Crypto Hawk did a deep dive. A lot of small businesses use QuickBooks. That reminds me of a show I want to do. I gotta, I'm just gonna take a note in my phone to do this show. That reminds me of a show here. I'm not gonna say it because if I say it, then somebody's gonna do it or somebody's gonna put it out, and I'll be upset. But I will take a note to myself to do this show. Bear with me right here. Okay, got it. You guys with these comments, we're trolling this man really badly here. I'm trying to skip some of them here. Jim Cramer's little brother Telly, 100%. Are you here, Telly? He's gone, bro. He's out of here. Thank you for sharing the link. Going live tonight at 9:30 p.m. Free personal mini reading for new subs. Shameless plug. No, plug it, Mooney. Definitely check out Mooneyverse's channel, guys, tonight. She's going live at 9:30 p.m. Let me bring up the channel again for people, and let me see if I can grab your link and put it in the chat there. So definitely check out Mooneyverse. She's going live tonight. Let me see if I can grab her link and put it in here. I think E already did, but let me see. I think I can. Where are we here? So definitely check out Mooney's channel tonight, guys. I think I just put the link in there. There we go. I did. Thank you for the $5 super chat here, Builder Bob. Rue, I liked your short video on XRP to $10 and ZBCN to $2. XRP will be over 10 shortly. I agree, bro. I definitely agree with that. They will definitely be over. Like, Yeah, bro. You saw the short there. Yeah, man. Like we have the ISO thing going live 7/14. I think it's just a matter of time before this crypto market goes bananas, right? But yeah, guys, definitely check out Mooney here at 9:30. Let me pick back up where we were here. Okay. I can't wait for Zebec to get ISO compliance. Then what will they say? 100% Rodney. Star that. I'm in on all three, so I feel you, Lord Zero. Cool. Me too, man. Uh, Zebec is in Japan, 100%. Since you, oh yeah, we got him right up out of here. Zero capital gains tax. Zero capital gains in Texas. Oh, zero. Yeah, zero capital gains in tax. I can't wait for that. I cannot wait for that. I cannot wait for that. Crypto bills July 14th. So get ready for it. What's up, David Barron? I 100% agree on that. Oh yeah, we got Telly up out of here. VeChain billionaire. They crash out on those coins that clearly hold value for their monetary gains. At least in the exchanges are running this play since the beginning. I agree. Peace, Rue. Let's go. Yeah, we got that guy up out of here. We got him up out of here. How about ICP? I'll definitely have to go do some research on ICP. It's been a while since I looked at that coin. I definitely told it to the Patreons, my Patreon people a long time ago. I had to do some more research to that because people have been mentioning it a lot. So I'll have to bring you guys a show for ICP. Thank you, thank you for all the support and all the information you did for us. No problem, Kenny. You, no problem, no problem at all. What's up, King Pound? Don't forget Velo, XPR loan protocol. All right, if there's no, what's up, Paulie D's? This MF and Clarity Act needs the signature at ASAP, just like the recent big beautiful bill, 100%. Oh, there we go. The Egyptians believed in the dog star as well. There we go. Crypto is just code. It's Pandora's box, according to John McAfee, and it can never be stopped. Let's go. Anubis, you're dropping some gems there. It's a pagan symbol, the Triskelion. Thank you. Okay. The Sirius star is the dog star linked with 33-degree Freemasonry. Okay, you're talking about that swirl. That swirl. Thank you. Okay, now we might have to do a little show on that one. For the patron people, of course. I don't know if I can talk Trace Skillion for everybody here. Might have to do that for the Patreon. Let me take a quick little picture of that. Isn't Sirius the dog star, aka Anubis? It's also called a triskelion symbol. It's the Ripple Lab symbol, but also associated with the air element. Okay, thank you. I have a Mooney and a Pissarro and Pharmacopoeia here are hitting me with the real here. We got some stuff here. I don't know what's going on. Bro, I don't know who you are, so I'm gonna just delete your comments. Promoter, I don't know what fight you about what. Are you talking about ZBCN or what are you talking about? The Stargate of 1776, Sirius, Metatron, and the Bringer of Light. In my honest opinion, Sirius Star is Lumia crypto. Lumia means light. Isn't it crazy that there's only 4 red stars in the sky? I only see 1 red star, normally Mars. ZBCN will be my financial crypto freedom token. Crypto clean, the 1111. Let's go. From Mooney. Zebec to $1. Let it be. Let's go. In 1776, America declared independence from Great Britain. The Stargate of 1776, Sirius. Project Stargate, America 2050 anniversary. Wow, a lot of connections right there, brother. I love it. I got another picture there. What up, though? Detroit in the building. I'm loving all the Detroit fam in the house today. Let's go. Let's go. What's up, XRP Rude Boy? Keep up these kind of shows, my man. We Zebec holders need to stay informed to keep holding these millions. That's right. Let's up View Geo Jab. Michael Angelos, I'll check it out. Yeah, definitely check out Mooneyverse here. Man, you know, Telly, it's a piece of work. Anytime you got him up out of here. I've been following you a very long time, brother. And that's the very first time you have hit the you're out of here button. You're a real one. Yeah, bro. I honestly do welcome dissenting opinions, because in dissenting opinions we can learn, right? We can learn, like, okay, do they have a point or do they not have a point, right? But if we don't, but if you're just gonna come up here and spew our garbage, you're out of here. You're out of here, right? Just got up in this joint. What did I miss? Hey, Rua, I'm in Saginaw, Michigan. Another Michigander up in here. What's up, Carol? B689. Let's go. Larissa Nicole on purpose. Thanks for your time and energy, Rue. Appreciate it. Appreciate it, Larissa. No problem. You're very, very welcome. Apparently, the Twin Towers fell. Also, a dog died called Sirius, and the news made such a big deal out of it. Yeah, that's how they I could see them doing something like that to just pass a signal. I got in too late. I got to check out the replay. Thank you, Michael Angelos. And I've definitely seen Michael Angelos around here a couple times too before. It's because Sirius is the morning star. Yeah, there you go. Right. But yeah, thanks so much, guys. I'm going to get up out of here. 3 hours and 30 minutes show. Gotta love that. Thank you guys so much for the and the morning star is light. 100%. Thank you guys for such a great show. If you made it all the way to the end, put in light. Let's put in light in the comments, not in the comments of the live show, but in the comment of the video, right? In the comments of the video, spread the video around. Definitely, if you're on X, come over to the YouTube and like and subscribe, because I monetize on YouTube, but also follow me on X because we want to get monetized over there. Thank you guys so much here. I'm gonna stay around until we can get the 3 minutes and 30 seconds. So thank you guys so much for all of this, all the fun and laughs we had on this here Sunday. Again, put in the comments there, light, and then let me know that you got to the end. Objectively, reality objectively. I wonder if Martin's still selling Zebec mugs. Was he selling Zebec mugs for real, y'all? I don't know. I really didn't check. But yeah, there we go. We hit the 3 hour and 30 minute mark. Thank you guys so much. I'm out. Peace.